I believe in money, power, and respect. First you get the money, then you get the motherfucking power. After you get the fucking power, motherfuckers will respect you. Money, power, respect, but you need life. Money, power, respect, but you eat right. Money, power, respect, see the night, you'll see the light. Key to life. Money, power, respect, but you need life. Money, power, respect, but you eat right. Money, power, respect, money, power, respect.
Yeah, and yo, my whole clique bout it. We take yours while you pout about it. Truck, step out the horse, run a crowd around it. You can see me on Optimum TV. Or in your bathroom, turn the light out, scream, Bloody Mary, 1, 2, 3. She ain't your usual friend, but I can set you up like ice and walk straight at the end. I'm done with ice and charms. I'm trying to ice my whole casket when I'm gone. Pull up with class on the dawn. Once I meet him, I greet him. Kiss his feet for freedom. Tell him thank you, Lord. Cause on earth I was getting bored. Now resurrect me back to the stack or shit. So I can make this album and get back the cats this week. 2:30, 6-2. We punch for you, that's like a cat versus a pit bull. Run, no flip bull. Keep hunger and plan for the future. Cause you bigger, you gon' be older. Way longer than you gon' be younger.
Keep life. Money, power, respect, but you need life. Money, power, respect, but you eat right. Money, power, respect, but you see the night. You'll see the light. Key to life. Money, power, respect, but you need life. Money, power, respect, but you eating right. Money, power, respect, money, power, respect, money, power, respect. Key to life.
Only time to tell how the clock tick. I really love him, but I'm still a hostage. Two personalities, check the posture. Smoke out the mouth, flare out the nostrils. Thinking death, the life seems scary. I pass the graveyard, seeing people Hail Mary. I ain't chilling until I'm out parachute. Race my man and mountain climbing for about 10 diamonds. 25,000 apiece, fuck streets. Trying to own the island, forget about wildin'. Try riding, in the car that be gliding. If I showed you where I live, you would think I was hiding. Slay dick, the chicks that don't speak English. With up to Trinidad, like fucking I'm rich. Come back, private jet, live on set. If you get shit goes, I keep it forget.
Money, power, respect, but you need life. Money, power, respect, but you eat right. Money, power, respect, but you see the night. You'll see the light. Key to life. Money, power, respect, but you need life. Money, power, respect, but you eating right.
Yo, nothing but the hotness. Whenever we drop this, monotonous. We all just keep hating cause y'all never gon' stop us. I keep my rock spotless and my hoes topless. Take time, try to figure out who the lock is. Spare no one, kick rhymes like Shogun. You scared to blow one, be raw with your own gun. If I don't respect you, I'ma check you. And if I don't kiss you, I'ma peck you. Right before I wet you, I sneeze on tracks and bless you. I'm special, and if you like working out, then I'm gon' stretch you. Hustling is dead, but we still get bread. Turn the spots in the bakeries, we get back bread. And y'all said my money spent, but it's from the Fed. So when the feds come, the dogs can't get a cent. My story self-explanatory, that I'm the hottest thing on the street, and y'all ain't got nothing for us.
Keep life.
Yeah.
Money, power, respect, but you need life. Money, power, respect, but you eat right. Money, power, respect, but you see the night. You'll see the light. Key to life. Money, power, respect, but you need life. Money, power, respect, but you eating right. Money, power, respect, money, power, respect, money, power, respect.
This is a beat that I can freak. Just drop the rail. Bless a nigga with the L. Y'all niggas know my skill. X from the grill. Get them up. Split them up. Wet them up. Watch them come. Get them up. Shut them up. When you do dirt, you get dirt. Bitch, I make your shit hurt. Step back like I did work. Take a fucking game. Take a plan. Take you lame. To red, the junk job, the cane. Mom to the home brand. Coming home, but you not. You sitting up in the trunk, starting to rap. The hell is hot, boy, because I'm here now, baby. It's going down, baby. Keep the 4 pounds, baby. Let off, fuck with a nigga. Especially if he think he bigger. With my motherfucking trigger. Can I get mine? Is it gone? Nigga, Max represent me one time. That's all.
Money, power, respect, but you need life. Money, power, respect, but you eat right. Money, power, respect, but you see the night. You'll see the light. Key to life. Money, power, respect, but you need life. Money, power, respect, but you eating right. Money, power, respect, money, power, respect, money, power, respect.
What's up, y'all? How y'all doing? How's everybody doing? What up, y'all? How you doing? I'm just over here, y'all. Like I'm always is. All right. What's good on John? What's good? What's good, John? What's good, Deborah? What's good, Mark? Mark Miller in the house. What's good, Matthew? Matthew Foster in the house. I see you, bro. I'm just like Man, I had a long day, but it's all good though. It's all good. A long day. And I've been watching so many long faces today. And I'm gonna say this. Hey, what's going on, Robbie G? How you doing, bro? You know, man, Robbie know what I'm talking about, man. Robbie know what I'm talking about. It's like, whoa, people show their true colors and shit, you dumbass motherfuckers. You dumb motherfuckers, they show their true colors. And that's cool with me. Because that means you can get the hell out of my space. You can get the fuck out of my space. And that's real shit. That's real shit. I be deliberately triggering these motherfuckers on purpose, and they still like, no, motherfucker, yeah. I'm gonna do it again. Yeah, he was a dick. For real, Robbie. It's like, God damn it. You motherfuckers. I'm seriously, I laugh at this shit. I'm like, damn, what did I say to really trigger you? What did I say to get ready to trigger? Because I said Michael Vick, but whatever. See, you didn't come from where I come from. Let me tell you why. These motherfuckers don't come from where I come from. I grew up where I seen Negroes do seriously pit bull fights and all that stuff. It's kind of like, oh, okay, people get caught up into some nigga shit sometimes, and that's real shit. People get caught up into nigga shit sometimes. But guess what? I call it out. I call that nigga shit too. Okay. And that's real talk. That's real talk. That's why I say it. That's why I bring it. That's why I rant. I bring the rant on to y'all. You feel me? What's on your mind? What's on your mind? What's on your mind? What's on your mind, man? I'm just like, kind of like, I'm in a galaxy so far away right now. Which I always is. I'm in a galaxy that no man have went before. I mean, that's what I feel. That's how I feel. BP said, trickery, dickery, doc. You know, I've been told y'all people this. I've been said this, that if you don't want a message, if you don't want raw and uncut truth, y'all can go on to some of these people, these rated PG places. Y'all can go to Rated G, matter of fact. It's some Rated G YouTubers, Rated PG YouTubers. And I'm more like a Rated R, for real. I'm not even PG-13 over here. I'm Rated R, restricted. And that's real talk. So one thing about Maurice Delk, I don't never dumb down to anybody. I never have done that. Why would I do that? Why would I do that now? Y'all know that. Because see, some of you people that be around me, I make you motherfuckers boo-hoo right now. Y'all sit there, man, and get your fucking feelings hurt. I'll trigger you right there just by looking at you. I don't even have to say a fucking word. I don't have to say a damn word. Y'all know I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm being about. Y'all know I'm about that motherfucking life. You motherfuckers ain't about that life. When I say about that life, I ain't talking about, I'm not talking about walking around with a gun in your hand, walking around with it all strapped up. No, that ain't about that life. I'm talking about that life. I'm about the life that I walk through people that's in that type of predicament. I walk in it. I walk with authority. I walk in authority. I take authority. And that's the problem with a lot of you boomers. I'm going to say it like this here. Y'all don't know how to take authority. Y'all say the same old propaganda. Y'all follow the same old propaganda. Because you know what? That same old propaganda is not going to fucking work all the motherfucking time. I'm just saying that same old stuff is not going to work all the time. So you got to take it up a notch. You got to take it up just a little bit. You got to take your time up just a little bit. Take your time up. You can do it. Take your time and do it right. You can do it. The problem is, y'all already know the problem. You got what you call those? Ooh, let me figure a way to put this, okay? Because I want to say this stuff so smooth. And this is a touchy topic. I know a lot of y'all are like, Mike, yeah, MJ. Mike Vick deserved a second chance to start over if Jody Smuts can start over with his life. Everybody can let everybody start with their motherfucking life. I ain't trying to. I'm not trying to dwell on all that motherfucking shit. I don't dwell on it, and I won't dwell on it. What's up, Audra? How you doing, Audra? If you're free, I'll send you the link to your private message, because I don't know, Audra. You see what's going on over here with me? I'm just like I'm on my petty 10 right now. I'm on my petty 10 right now. You know, everybody got different motherfuckers' opinions, and I talked about this shit. But I'm like, yeah, people do deserve a second chance to start off and do better. You know what I'm saying? But you people don't listen. You have this relevant mind. You have this mindset that people should never get a second chance on things. And you call yourself a Christian. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. And hallelujah. And you call yourself a Christian. And shame on you. Shame on you. Shame on all y'all. But it's all good. I'm not even mad. Look, I won't lose sleep over none of this. But I call it out. And then I get on to another subject. I call it out and I get on to another subject. And that's what I do. And that's what I always do. Get on to another subject. And I'll talk about like what's going on in this world, y'all. We got some real stuff, man, that I'm just like, man, people getting killed. People are dying, losing their lives. And I should worry about an opinion. And I should worry about an opinion. That's the motherfucking truth. Hey, most definitely, Audrey, I will. Love you. But I'm just like, yo. Like, people are just like, but I know who the real ones is. We know who the real ones is. We know who the real ones is. Like, you know what? But yes, Audrey, I am going to stand strong. I'm always standing strong. Been standing strong here. We all been standing strong, but for some reason, people can get distracted and not stand strong no more. They stand. It's like they sit weak instead of stand strong. They sit weak. They sit very weak. I'm just like, yo, that's what they're doing. Like, yo, like, oh no. What's good? Oh, anybody coming in here? What's going on, Michelle? I see Michelle in the house. How you doing, Michelle? Good to see you, Michelle. Good to see you, Michelle. I'm just like, wow. I got MJ in the building. He's like in the back of me right over here. He's chilling over there, y'all. You dig? And we over there breaking bread. We just had some love. We just ordered some food, and we just chilling like some normal people. Normal people ordering some food. Ordered some Golden Chicken. This place called Golden Chicken. I ordered me a burger. Couldn't even finish the fries and stuff, man. I can't do the fries no more. He ordered them a salad. Nigga on a diet now. And it's like, man, let's do a panel with ladies tonight. A panel with ladies tonight. Yeah. Hey, no problem. You know what? It's no problem. I'm for what is right, man. I don't do drama. Don't come to me with no drama if me and you don't even talk. You only say two. The only time you talk to me is when you come up with drama. You know what I'm saying? It's like I don't do drama. I keep saying that I don't do drama. I'm like, I don't go on nobody's church. I don't go on nobody. I troll in a funny way. I be petty. I ain't gonna lie. I be petty because I see stuff, but I don't do no drama. I'm not gonna try to tear no man. Whatever. Hey, Christy. It's like, man, we all together. I don't do no damn drama. I don't do no drama. That's why I don't go to people's page. These people do drama. They come to my fucking page. They came from me first. I never came from not one of them. I put a status up, made my opinion, and all of a sudden I'm a racist. Oh, because they said you stand up for a piece of shit, Michael Vick. I'm like, okay, I'm standing up for Michael Vick. You know, he did his time. Yes, he did. Yeah, you're damn right. I'm standing up for Michael Vick. Yeah, I'm standing up for Michael Vick. Oh, yes, I'm standing up for Michael Vick. Go ahead and show this what I said. I stand up for what is right. I believe in redemption, dumbasses. I believe in redemption. I believe in restoration. I believe in people being restored. I don't know if you believe it, but I believe that. And it's that damn truth. Next. They're mad because you are right. They're mad because I'm right. I'm right. I'm right. I'm right. And that's it. When you right, guess what? It touch a nerve. It convicts you. You know what I'm saying? It convicts you because you must feel some issues within yourself. Because you're so strong with your views and you put self in it too much. But I don't put self in it. I make mistakes every goddamn day. I make mistakes 24/7, which we all do. And so, whatever. But I don't get no mad of nobody's opinion. You have never seen me get mad of anybody's opinion. I'll be like, fuck your opinion. I don't want to hear it. If I say it, I'm just saying, I mean, man, mad as you been. And that's real talk. If you can't forgive, John, you said if you can't forgive others, then how you expect them to forgive you? That's what I'm talking about. You know, I've done some things in my life that I regret. You know, and they swept it down. I'm being hateful. I'm not being hateful. I'm being nice. I'm being compassionate. And then when you be compassionate, they want to call you hateful. When you being compassionate, I mean, if one of y'all did it, I would have been like, you know what, give y'all a second chance, for real. You know, it's people that I have, listen to me, y'all. It's people that I have broke bread with in a manga movie in DC, just like that met me and like kicked it. Oh, Mo, thank you for all you do. Thank you for all you do. And then soon as they'll unthank you when you say something that they don't like. All right. Shout out to MJ with a super chat, man. Who you rather have it? You could have gave me them $8. But at least say keep up the good work and continue to fight the power, brother, at Boris Del. Left and right wing extremists are dividing this country. Yeah, and that's the truth. But John, I try to be humble too. Because if you don't humble yourself, you're going to stumble yourself. You know? And I've always, you know what? I always meditated on the scripture. I might not live the life that I should, but I always meditate on the scripture, 2 Chronicles 7:14. If my people, which are called by my name, shall humble themselves and pray, seek my face and turn from my wicked ways, and I will hear from heaven and heal their land. See, humble yourself. You got to humble yourself before you pray. You got to humble yourself before anything. And I look like I have to humble myself. Like, dude, I ain't walking around hating this Vic what he did. I was wrong, but I got to humble myself because I'm not going to let that take control of my body, take control of my soul. I'm not going to do that. And that's real. And you know what? If you say that's all, and then these conservatives are fucking attacking me. I'm just being, you know, I know I shouldn't be saying Bible scripts and I'm cursing, but I'm expressing myself. Coming at me when they bring up that I support a terrorist group, Antifa. You hugged them, you took a picture. I'm like, come on now. Then y'all get the same thing about 2 years ago when I took a picture with Black Lives Matter, and I sit there and y'all some dumb people, man. I'm gonna say this like this here, because I've done no wrong. But you guys are doing wrong by judging people, hating people, calling them racist. I never said outright. I put my life on the line. I put myself at risk defending white people because I believe we all equal. You know, I get hate. You know, I was getting hate by Black people, hate from the family, because I said, because I was saying I believe that we are all equal. You know, but as soon as I said something y'all people don't like, I'm just being honest with you. As soon as I said something you don't like, I don't hate Vic. He did his time. Never. If you go look at it, I never said that was okay what he did, that I agree with what he did. So next, what's going on, y'all? God loves everyone. It's sin that separates us from God and the gift of salvation. However, we can repent and receive God's forgiveness and blessing. Amen. And that's it. You know, you go on my page, I have not once spreaded hate. I have not. But you can provoke a bear to say something right back at you. I'm like, man, the hate is real, man. The hate is real. And I stand on that, what I said. The hate is real. You said we still are equal, but we all can agree to disagree with respect. See, it's different than agree to disagree, but with respect. I can respectfully agree. Every some time, I'll be honest with you, when I look at people's status, I'll be disagreeing. I say, I ain't finna go on there and just argue with y'all. I'm just going to ignore the status. I'm going to ignore the status and move on. I'm like, this dude crazy. That's the mentality I got. Like, oh, no, he didn't. No, this dude crazy. No, I ain't finna get on there. I don't do that. I have never done that. I don't do that. And I didn't do this crazy. But y'all be like, you see people on your post more than their own posts. Like, damn, I must bring some entertainment on you. I must be exciting for you to do something like this. I'm starting to like see a lot of stuff. You know what? People go ask me, am I glad this happened? Yes, I am. I'm glad this happened. I'm always glad this happened. Because when things happen, it's a shift happening in your life. It's a shift happening. It's some great things happening in your life. Because when you're different, when you step outside the box, when you go against the grain at times, it kind of like it opens your mind up. It opens your dialogue up. It opens it up. And I look at it and I was like, man, you see the people right before your eyes that you hung around in DC that's coming your stuff with you. You know, always spoke very highly of you when you tell them a great message that they want to hear. You come with some different type of opinions, and you never personally attacked the people one time. Never done that. Never will. I don't do that. That's not my cup of tea. That's what I don't do. That's right. I don't argue with anybody. Life is too short. I don't do nothing like that. It's like, you know, I'm trying to be an example to everybody, not just to this movement. See, that's the problem with y'all. Y'all want to be just an example to this movement. I want to be an example to them. I want to be an example to Antifa. And I am, you know, even if they don't ever have to ever like me, but I bet you a few of them look at me and respect me. And that's true. And that's the realness right there. And that's the realness. That's how it goes. Mark Miller said, Mo, that's why we get attacked, because we don't tell people what they want to hear but the truth. That's it. And the truth. You come with the truth. You're wrong. You're wrong. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you what. I'm gonna go ahead and Yep. MJ said, American Party is the only group we need. It's not about Democrat Republican. Maurice Delk is following what Scripture said to unity and all the y'all children, and that's it. You know. And you know what? I learned things. You're gonna get persecuted from doing the right thing. It's like when you try to do good, evil is always present. You know, I was just doing a biblical thing. I said it right there. You know, it's like, man, I spoke the truth. He did his time. And y'all want something to say, what would Jesus do? That's not very Christ-like, yo. That's not very Christ-like, and that's true. You did? Fuck that no hug. Oh, here goes Likewise. Likewise is in the building. Likewise in the building. Likewise, if you free, you can come up. I'll send you a link to your private message. Well, I'll just put it in the chat room. What the hell? Good going. Get on here, man. Talk out your ass. I don't mind. See, I want to get Likewise on here more now. Go wait. What's up, Kit Kat? How you doing, Kit Kat? Good to see you. Thanks for coming on here. Feelings. That's right. Feelings. Them feelings be hurt. Free hugs. Likewise, be like, fuck that, no hugs. Get your unemotional ass out of here. See, I give it right back to Likewise. I always give it right back to Likewise. I always give it back to Likewise. I give it back. Likewise. Likewise don't trigger me. That's the shit, y'all. That's how it goes. But it's been fun today. It was very fun today. What's going on, Burgo King? What's going on, Burgo? Good to see you. I know y'all getting late notifications and stuff. Here goes Likewise right there. Likewise. Yeah, Likewise in the half.
What's up, bro?
Hey, what's going on, bro, man? How you feel, man?
I'm tired as hell, man. I had to come home early today, bro. I was fucking working too hard, so came a little bit early.
You didn't really have to come on. You could have took a rest, man. I just
No, I'm chilling. Like I said, I left my office. Usually I'll be working, but I'm working over the weekend. Yeah, man, this shit is a trip, bro. Like, you know, and that's why every time I come on here, a lot of people get pissed because I don't go along with the narrative.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing is, like, you got nowadays, you have so many people that want to push a narrative, like they're really with the hard line.
Yeah.
The motherfuckers are not really with the hard line, bro. Like the hard line is like, you know, you is like Will Smith. It's motherfuckers that are out there. Like that's the hard line. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers, you know, most of the motherfuckers that's talking that shit is like, you know, they're trying to with your platform and other people, they're trying to live out what they would like to see happen or what they want to do. It's kind of like, you know, when motherfuckers come on here and they see, you know, a brawl, they're like, man, I wish I was there. If you was there, what the fuck would you be doing?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, motherfucker, do you really want to fight that much? Or like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, motherfuckers talk this shit like they always want to be where the action is, or they always want to be extreme hardline, man. Let's be real. You know, it's a lot of motherfuckers who get on there, talk that shit, would never say something to somebody else's face, or even show some type of fucking attitude to somebody's face.
Yeah, show some attitude. Right.
You know what I mean? So fuck those motherfuckers. Because people like I said, you got a lot of motherfuckers trying to act like they'll push the hard line.
Yeah.
Man, life is not about the hard line, bro. I don't know any person in this fucking world that only associates that's only around, that only goes to conservative gas stations, that only goes to conservative restaurants. That shit don't exist. You know?
Yeah. I feel you, man.
Motherfuckers really need to quit that shit because, like I said, you know. And as far as this movement, I mean, there's nothing to trip off of. I mean, fucking Trump's in office, bro. He's gonna win the next 4 years. So I mean, all this hooping and hollering and bitching about this and that, motherfuckers better handle their own business, bro. Because once Trump is gone, then shit's really gonna change.
Yeah,
you better get what you want while he's in office.
Yep.
You know, straight up.
Yep.
Like I said, bro. Like I said, motherfuckers, weird how motherfuckers always want to push that narrative like they really hard line, but come on, man. You know, a lot of these motherfuckers are really just poodles, bro. Like they talking all that shit, but it's like if something really went down, you know, it's kind of like, well, what's his name? What was the dude who talk all that shit? And then when you guys was in you guys was in DC, right?
Yeah.
Remember the motherfucker that got socked in this fucking melon? That was with y'all. Then they tried to arrest him.
Oh, Dion.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Motherfuckers get on here and talk all that shit. Oh, I'm this, I'm that. Oh yeah, well, what happened when you got stuck in your fucking melon, nigga? How come you didn't do nothing then?
I'm trying to get him to come on here. You know, so if he come here, y'all can discuss that. That'd be cool.
No, we don't need to discuss anything because, like I said, you got people that want to talk all that. Like, yeah, well, you know, bring up all these scenarios about what they'll do and this and that and how it'll go down. And then when the shit go down, they crying. Oh, I got hit. I got attacked. You know? But, you know, when it comes down to they the number one conservative, number one Trump, number one pro-gun, number one getting somebody ass type shit. And then when the shit go down, they really not with it. Yeah. You know?
But no. Are you talking about recently?
Yeah.
Owen Schroyer. Oh, not that damn, like, yeah, because Owen Schroyer from InfoWars, from Alex Jones, yeah.
No, I said, remember when you guys was in DC and Antifa came and socked dude in his mouth and then dude almost got arrested. Or actually, they did arrest him, right?
The black guy, right? Got arrested?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, the Thaddeus. He got arrested, yep.
And somebody put hands on Thaddeus, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. So how come Thaddeus wasn't returning no hands? But when you get online, motherfuckers is pushing it, like I said, really, really pushing that hard line.
Oh, no. Thaddeus, he returns my hand. They didn't come right up. Thaddeus, I know Thaddeus. He don't give a damn. He will knock him out. He tall, 6'3". He knock motherfucker out. I know Thaddeus.
Size don't mean nothing, bro.
No. He do swing. He will come right at you. You come right at him. He do defend himself.
But when he got hit, did he hit back?
Didn't have a chance to hit back. The dude ran.
Okay, well,
It was kind of like that, and the cops came at the wrong place at the wrong time. You know, I was right there,
yeah.
and then they handcuffed him and stuff. And shit, it was it wasn't like that. I was right there.
Yeah, because that was my. Well, I know he got hit and he didn't hit back, or whether he got a chance to hit back or not, he didn't get hit back. I mean,
Actually, when they swung at him, right? I hurried up and just no, it wasn't that. He did not get hit. It was this white dude that got hit that was right there, and he didn't hit back. It wasn't Thaddeus. He went out there to try to actually to calm people down, and then he got arrested.
Well, when he got arrested, he shouldn't have been bitching. I mean, motherfuckers want that. I got arrested. Now they got something to talk about. Now they got a lawsuit. Now, you know, they get interviewed for being arrested when they got attacked. Motherfuckers be pushing it hard line, bro. Trust me. You know, like you look at Andy No. Andy No is from Portland. No Antifa don't like him, and he's still gonna go in there. And then when he get his ass beat, then he crying. No, bro, you can't do that, man. Like, you know they gonna fuck you up if you go in there. You know what I mean? Like they knew who he was. It's like, Andy, get your ass out of here. He kept fucking around, got socked up. You know, I'm the victim. They jumped me. Man, you got socked up and you walked away. You didn't crawl away. Nobody carried you away. Not saying it's right, but you know, even bitch ass Will Johnson said, if you show up to somebody else's event and you get fucked up, then that's your fault. And that's him saying that. You know what I mean? So yeah, so fuck the motherfuckers. A lot of people, like I said, they talk that shit, but at the same time, if they were in your position around Antifa, they would probably try to shake somebody's hand if they got rushed up on. You know what I mean? Like, they probably wouldn't even speak to them. Or they might speak, but they wouldn't speak their mind.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They'll try. Maybe that. I'm not the. You know, I've got the liberal leaning ways too. You know what I mean? Like, I'm cool with everybody. You're not gonna be doing that shit, man. It's all a joke to me because like I said, I really don't carry it away. I just kick back and watch that shit. Watch motherfuckers just do stupid shit, spend all that time, you know, doing all that shit, and at the end of the day, it really doesn't mean anything. Nothing.
Yeah. What does it mean?
That shit's like just, you know, like the whole issue with the left and the right. I mean, it just really, at the end of the day, it really doesn't mean anything because, you know, that shit, everybody just goes back to regular life, bro.
You know what? You're right. I agree with you on that. I go to their regular life, man. Their regular life.
Yeah, motherfuckers still got to go back and do regular life. So I mean, you know, if that's somebody's calling in life to be involved with that, then that's sad. If that's all the motherfucker got. You know, if that's all the motherfucker got is following Trump or fighting against Trump or whatever, man. Because like I said, when Trump's gone, then what?
And you know what? And that's what I was getting at to these people today. And I said this: Trump not gonna be in office forever, and y'all sitting up there just like, man, y'all going crazy right now. Before 2020, y'all are going crazy. You know?
Yeah, I mean, I would put it this way: he probably should win, but at the same time, it was kind of close last time. You know what I mean? You know, so like I think this voter turnout, you're gonna have like a lot of. This will probably be, if not the top, probably one of the top 2 or top 3 at the polls as far as people that's gonna show up. Because the sides are divided. The sides are divided so much, and people nowadays want their opinion to matter. You know what I mean? So all the people that's going to the Democratic marches and fighting against it, fighting that, all those people are going to be voting.
Yep.
Everybody's going to be voting.
Everybody.
And yeah, everybody's going to be voting. And then, like I said, you know, it's a trip how, like, you know, you got these people, you know, the Blexit. You know, motherfuckers act like that shit really means something, bro. It's like, you know, you're 13%, bro. You know, like, you're small. Motherfuckers are forgetting about the Hispanic vote.
You know what?
That's what motherfuckers better think about, because pretty much whoever wins California is going to be really, really close. You know, with between Iowa, Florida, Texas, California, and I mean Texas. In California, there's more Hispanics than there are whites now. They're the majority out here. Texas, they're number 2, and I think in like the next 10 years, they're going to be the majority. Motherfuckers better pay attention to what they're going to vote for. So, you know, whatever Telemundo pushing, and you do have some Hispanics that are going to support Trump, but at the same time, you know, blood is thicker than water. So, you know, talking about building that wall and always throwing shit at Mexico, at the end of the day, they're going to support their own, bro.
They're gonna support their own.
You know what I mean, so,
yeah. I think in an election, what's going to happen in the election? I mean, this is my thing. This is my theory. This is my speculation. So I don't know everything. You know, I think it's going to be people that probably never voted in a long time, but want Trump in office. That's going to vote for Trump. Then you're going to everybody that's just Trump triggered and be like, let's get Trump out of here. So they're going to vote for anybody against Trump. They're going to make sure Trump, even people that get up, it's going to be like a thing. Get out of here. Make sure everybody get a vote. So they're going to push and have busloads of shit. Black people to go ahead and vote against Trump. They're gonna do that, but you're gonna get some. But I know there are a lot of black people that are waking up too, that are tired of.
Yeah, but that I want to explain to you is that the black vote is not as significant as people would think it is.
Why is that?
Because you have more Hispanics in the United States than you have blacks.
Okay,
that's what I'm saying. Everybody's making it a black issue where the blacks and the whites are gonna whatever the blacks do is gonna solidify whether Trump wins or loses, when that's not the facts. It's the facts is where the Hispanics are going to vote. You know what I'm saying? That's what people. What do you mean BS, bro? That's the facts, bro. I mean, you know, with Islander, what's BS, bro? If you want to come on here and tell me, but it's a fact, bro. What's that? But it's a fact. You know what I'm saying? You know that Hispanics are the silent majority. You know what I'm saying? People do not even you know, like they're not in our mainstream like that, but they're there. You know, they got them television stations to organize. You know what I'm saying? All in Spanish. They got Telemundo and a couple other ones. You know what I mean? So they can go on there and talk to these people in Spanish and decide who they want to vote for. And we won't even know to debate them because it's all in Spanish. You know, so that's what people better keep realizing. It's not that the black vote doesn't mean anything, but it's not as significant moving forward as what the Hispanic vote is.
That's your take on it.
So
that's your take on it, and I respect your take on it.
No, it's a fact because the numbers are there, bro. The organization is there. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
The numbers are there because, like I said, they are the majority in California. I'm not talking about between blacks and Mexicans. Like there are more Mexicans in California than there are white people.
There is, but a lot of Hispanic.
That's what I'm saying. Texas is in Texas you got, you know, whites are number 1, Hispanics number 2, then blacks. You see what I'm saying? So you know, you go to Arizona. Arizona is either white or Mexican. I mean, they got like they have very few blacks in Arizona.
In California, illegals, Mexicans are well protected out there.
I don't know if they're necessarily well protected.
They got homes for illegals down there, and you got Skid Row for USA citizens that sleep on the bridges. Explain that.
Well, that's more community based.
How is that community based?
Because the thing is, it's like if you have a person of Hispanic descent, let's say a Mexican person or a person from El Salvador or whatever, when they come here, they're not trying to go hang out in Hollywood. They're not trying to go to Long Beach. You know what I mean? Not Long Beach. Let's say they're not trying to go to Orange County. They're trying to go and find where the other Hispanics are and blend into their society. And that's how it is. That's how it is with the Asian society. Not Asians, but let's say with the Chinese society as well as Hispanic society.
Okay, some of them are doing that. Some of them are doing that. You know,
it's kind of like
not all the legals are bad. Not all the legals. I get that. But But there are some of them that's doing that.
Yeah, but there's people doing there's people of every race from everywhere doing
Mm-hmm.
everything. You know what I mean? So, and you got to understand, it's just like if you take a black person that does something as opposed to a white person, the contrast is just there to highlight it, make it different. Not saying that it's any worse or whatever or any less worse, but there's a contrast between black and white. There's not as much a contrast between Hispanics and whites. You know what I mean? That's just how the fabric of our society is. It's like you could take a black person that's pimping girls and put him on the news, and people are like, damn, dude's a ruthless fucking pimp. But then you take a Chinese motherfucker that's running the fucking brothel and took girls from overseas and took their passports,
Yeah.
and people have a curiosity about it.
Mm-hmm.
You like with the massage parlors and all that shit. It's like they don't look upon that whole race as like, man, that's fucked up what you motherfuckers is doing. They just look at those people and they're like, wow, that's how they're organized. I wonder how that really works. How they get the girls over here, or that type of shit. You know what I mean? Like I want to see more juice. I want to see where they was holding the money at. I want to see this. I want to see that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And that's heavy section. Heavy. That's how it is in the Philippines too. Like if you look that shit up, man, the Chinese people are fucking everywhere. Like the Chinese people in the Philippines, like they brought their own prostitutes. The prostitutes stay in certain hotels. They only service people from China. You know what I mean? So it should like that. The motherfuckers need to look at. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, 50. He has 50% of those that are polled, bro. And like I said, I'm not saying that people won't vote for him. I'm not saying he's not going to win or whatever. But like I said, people have to take into consideration the fact that they are going to be a factor in the votes. That's what motherfuckers keep missing.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll give Candace Owens a platform. Like she's really going to empower some fucking people to make something happen. It's like, yeah, bro. I mean, yeah, maybe a little something here or there, but it's like I said, the Hispanics are the elephant in the room.
Yeah.
And because like in California, I think we maybe have like one or two more elections for governor.
Okay.
And after that, then everything's gonna be Hispanic.
So everything will be Hispanic.
That's right. Everything's gonna be Hispanic.
Down in Cali, right?
What's that?
Down in Cali?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Probably Texas too.
I mean, it's gonna be Hispanic down there. I mean, come on now. I heard how Compton is. Compton is a bunch of number of Mexicans. Mostly Mexicans down in Compton. You've heard how Compton. You know how Compton is. It was strictly just number of black people down there. Now it's Mexicans run Compton.
Not just Compton, Inglewood, Hawthorne.
Yep.
That whole little area. That whole little area. All that shit is like one big city.
Look at Modesto. Nothing but Mexican.
Yeah, but see those Modesto, Stockton, Fresno, that whole Central Valley, they've been there because that's where all the farming industry is. That's Central Valley. So yeah, so those people have been there for generations. That's where Cesar Chavez came from. That was the guy that was the dude who formed the United Farm Workers. California Farm Workers, to protect their wages.
Go ahead, I gotta pay a water bill. I'll be back in a minute. Go ahead.
Yeah. And that was Cesar Chavez was the one who organized the labor union in California for the farms, and then fought against the illegals coming here and undercutting the jobs. So that's what Cesar Chavez was about. But yeah, man, can't forget the fact that like they are going to be a factor. You can't deny that. Then also, also in California, the Asian market, Asians are going to vote big. So and that's gonna, depending on where the Chinese stand, whether they want to side with Hong Kong or they want to side with China. That could determine like who they're going to vote for. You know, if they're going to side with Hong Kong, they're going to vote for Trump. If they're going to side with China, they're going to vote against him. So see how that shit's going to work out. And then I'm not sure what else there is, but yeah, I'm not sure what else there is. But that's that's my take on it, man. But like I said, there's a lot of different ethnic groups in this country.
I'm back like last.
Yeah.
Hey,
But, yeah. But yeah, we'll see how. Like I said, we'll see how it's gonna work out. I mean, it's right around the corner, so it ain't. You know what I'm saying? Right around the corner. And then you know what's weird is that it doesn't seem like he's been in office for going 4 years.
I know, right? It's weird, ain't it?
Yeah. And then it seems like when people keep saying 2020, it seems like it's about 2 years away still. As much as people talk about it, but no, that's this time next year, Sharon will be 2021. He'll be going into his 6th year.
Hey, what you got you on? What you drinking on? You got your 32 ounce?
Nah, I don't drink that shit no more. I do, but I put it away. I actually got Bushmills. I drink some Bushmills now.
So Bush?
When I'm at Bushmills, it's a Scottish whiskey. It's real Scottish whiskey, real smooth.
Okay.
Yeah, when I'm at home, I don't drink the beer because when I get late, I don't want to get up and take a piss.
Yeah.
At the office. You know what it is when you get in bed, sleeping good, you gotta get up and take a piss. That fish fuck me up.
Yep, that's what I was doing. That's how I just go. I was drinking beer. I'm drinking beer, so I'm back and forth to the bathroom while you talking.
Nah, I'm in bed, bro. I'm chilling. I gotta get up early in the morning and go do some more shit. I gotta do Trader Joe's tomorrow morning.
Okay, Trader Joe's.
Yeah, actually I gotta do beanies for Trader Joe's for the four stores here. So it's like 800 beanies I gotta do over the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people, a lot of people don't know that like Trader Joe's, each store has over 200 employees.
Yeah.
When I first put it in bid for that, I had no idea because you just see a few people running around, but they got all the part-time workers. Then there's 2 shifts. Then they got the stocking people that come in overnight. So, but so yeah, I got to knock that out. I got to knock that out over the weekend, and I wasn't feeling good today, so I just came on home. But yeah, man, what else is going on, man? I see people still fired up about that Michael Vick shit. That's crazy.
Yeah, dude. Tons of Trump supporters turned on me because of that fucking statement. That shit is so funny to me.
Yeah, but see, that's not Trump state. That's not Trumpsters. That's dog lovers.
Dog lovers, yeah.
And like I said, that's the thing. That's the thing with me. It's like, man, you motherfuckers are tripping off a fucking dog. Like I said, man, that should stress me out. How people like get all emotional and passionate with a dog. Like I got a friend. He has dogs. He'll sit there and argue with the dog. Stop. Do this, do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, it's a fucking dog, man. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I see it, but then I don't.
See it, then you don't.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, one thing that be fucking pissing me off is that when motherfuckers, like if you go to the grocery store, you go to a fucking store and people put their dogs in their carts. It's like, man, dogs are fucking dirty, bro. Like, this is where people put their food and all that other shit. You know what I mean? No, that shit ain't cool. Yeah, motherfuckers tripping off the dog. I mean, but like I said, if that's your passion, that's your passion. But I don't know. Seems like motherfuckers was more upset about Michael Vick than motherfuckers was about the fucking when dude in fucking Dallas got shot in a fucking apartment.
Yes. They did. Let's be honest and tell the truth, shame the devil. But they did.
Yeah, motherfuckers was more upset about that, about some shit that happened 12 years ago, 13 years ago, you might as well say. About some shit 13 years ago than her. Killing the motherfucker then on.
Get his time.
Yeah, like I said, man, It's
Karen Station,
you
fuck
know,
them bots. That's right, fuck them bots. Fuck them bots.
yeah. But yeah, what else been going on with you though? I mean, what else is going on? Way?
Man, this shit, man. This is this cold ass weather we got out here, man, and shit, real life shit. You know.
Do the shootings slow down when it starts snowing?
Yeah, hell yeah. Cause niggas can't. I'm telling you, niggas stay in the house when it's cold out. Niggas can't stay in the cold.
Yeah, I be tripping off that because I listen to 50 Radio. You know, you ever listen to 50 Radio? It's an app. It's called 50 Radio, and you tune in. If you tune in Chicago, it gives you the because Chicago, I guess they got like two different, like 2 or 3 different departments. So you can't get them all, but you get one department, and it's crazy because like motherfuckers don't even understand like Chicago's dangerous, but people always talk about you'll get shot. And it's like, bro, if I lived in Chicago, the last thing I would be worried about getting shot.
Yeah,
because there'd be so much other shit going on. Chicago, if you listen to that shit for a couple of days, Chicago's a fucking zoo. I mean, like literally, like Chicago is really a fucking zoo. It's like, you know, motherfuckers be posted up everywhere with guns, or, you know, I mean, it was this one time, this you know, because basically what it is the dispatcher.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So you're hearing their point of view, and it was like this one time where this girl was gonna throw the baby out the window because it cut the cable off. You know. Then yeah, just all kinds of crazy shit. That, you know,
crazy.
Yeah, you got you probably heard. I don't know if you heard about this, but this was like a year ago where a dude and his girlfriend was getting chased by some dudes, and then the girl couldn't keep up, and so they grabbed her and they threw her in a yard with some pit bulls. But the pit bulls they thought the pit bulls was gonna get her, right? But the pit bulls was chained up to where they couldn't get that close to the fence. Well, they had grabbed her and tried to throw her motherfucking ass in there and let the pit bulls shoot her up. You know?
Damn.
Then yeah, but that shit is crazy. You listen to 50 Radio, bro. Like, I mean, I'm sure you know how it is, but at the same time, like we listen to it, it's like,
yeah,
I see why. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't fuck with the police, but I do understand, like in Chicago, like why they have to have that mentality, because this shit is more than just the shootings and the murders. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. It's like people don't understand that shit. It's much more than that that's going on, because to this apartment complex, and they were just turning the doors. You know what I'm saying? Like they were turning the doors to see if the doors are open. Like, we don't give a fuck if you're in the house. If the door's open, we're coming in. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
who
if
is
your
this?
shit's open, we're coming in. This is Chicago.
And
Yeah.
that's
No,
the
I was
cops.
just saying that, like, no. Just we're just talking about, like, you know, the perception of Chicago, and, you know, when people talk about Chicago and crime, they only talk about shootings and murder. But there's so much more going on than that.
It is.
You mean like Deep Dish Pizza?
There's so much.
Yeah.
There's so much more going on in Chicago that affects the average person than the shootings and the murders. Like, there's an underlying crime wave of other shit that's going on that affects the average person more so than the shootings and the robberies.
Yeah.
I mean, the shootings and the, you know what I mean? Like you know, getting robbed, or just getting beat up, or your car broken into, your house broken into, like, you know, that's the type of shit that's more likely to happen to you than getting murdered. But you know what I mean? So, like, when you listen to 50 Radio, when you tune that shit in, it's like, I mean, as soon as the weather gets good, man, you turn that motherfucker on, that's like, trust me, every hour you're hearing something about somebody getting stabbed, somebody getting shot, motherfuckers posted up in the alley with music too loud, and the neighbor's scared to call. Then there was one time the police had to come and move this family out of the neighborhood because the gang across the street didn't like her, so they were gonna beat her up. Like, dudes were gonna beat the lady and her daughter up because they didn't like them. So the police had to go there to escort the family out to move them. Like they were scared to go outside to the U-Haul truck without the police escort. But motherfuckers across the street, dudes wanted to beat the girls up, the mother and her daughter, like just like, you know what I mean? Like, so it's other shit that's really going on that affects the psyche of the people there, other than like the shootings and the murders. You know what I mean?
Chicago was always called, which is called Cook County. It was always called Crook County. Chicago has always been Crook County, corrupt. You know, like because
you have Cook County, you have Harris. You have Harris too, right?
Huh?
No, I'm thinking of Houston. Houston's Harris.
Yeah, that's Houston. Chicago's Cook.
And then, Mo, have you seen? And then Mo, have you seen those in certain parts of the south? In certain parts of the south side, at the funeral homes, the drive-through funeral homes, like you don't go in, like you pull up in a car and they roll the body around to you so you can see it.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen them?
Yep.
Yeah, so like it's like they don't have, you don't go into like the funeral homes, you know, to view the body. Like you pull up in a car and they roll the body around and put the body on display and tilt the casket, because motherfuckers be going in there and shooting shit up, and you know, like if let's just say we're gang members and you know we might show up to your funeral and shoot that motherfucker up.
Oh, I've seen that. You know, look.
Oh, wow.
I remember when I was banging. You know,
yeah, they go in there and tip the caskets over and do all kinds of crazy shit.
Yeah, right? Yeah. That's why when there's a gang related shooting, they do have at least about 10 police always out there, sitting out there. They always had that. They like for real. They were there, and we were still gang banging. We saw people throwing up gang signs. We was banging in front of the goddamn cops.
Do they when you guys have events, like let's just say if you want to have like a barbecue with like 30 people, do you have to have a police there? Because I know in Houston, like if you go to the public parks and you have more than like 20 people, you have to pay for a constable to be there. But yeah, but that's the thing. It's like, you know, that's what people don't understand about Chicago, man. It's like, and it's not just Chicago; it's other places too. I mean, like, there's places we don't talk about that are really, really fucked up. I mean, we don't talk about St. Louis. We don't talk about East St. Louis or Indianapolis, Indiana, Jacksonville, Florida. You know what I mean? Like, it's people with that really, really, really fucked up mentality on life. You know what I mean? Like, and you know, that's just gonna clear itself out, though. Trust me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That at some point that's just gonna clear itself out. You know, because you know the property value is getting pushed down so low. It's like you look at Detroit. You know, you look at all those houses in the slums. I mean, you know, you got China that might come over there and buy up that entire fucking community, flatten everything, and build a Chinese community. And I'll tell you one motherfucking thing: I bet you motherfuckers don't tear their shit up. You know what I mean? Like, you know, because they're not gonna play with you. You know, and that's one. Nah, South Central Los Angeles is nothing like Chicago, bro. Like South Central Los Angeles is like. It really, really mellowed out. South Central's mellowed out. East LA's mellowed out. Early 90s, the banging was really hard. But now in South Central, it's like everything is too expensive for people just to fuck around.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, no, because, I mean, you're not getting a house in Compton for under $500,000.
Not even a nice
That's
place.
just not going to happen. What's that?
Hey, I'll do that, AC. I'll come to Detroit. You can show me around. I don't mind. I want to walk through the hood, Detroit. I want to come out there.
You know, so, yeah, but no, South Central LA's California as a whole has really changed, like along the coast, like Oakland. That's why you hear nothing about Oakland anymore. Richmond used to be extremely dangerous for a city of only 100,000 people. Even like Oakland, you know, Oakland's only 350,000 people. You know what I mean? So, you know, you think, yeah, Oakland's tiny. So when you think about reputation,
I actually moved to Oakland like years ago for like 3 months, and I didn't like it, so I ended up moving back to Chicago and shit. And then I ended up going back to Wisconsin.
Man, what was it not to like about Oakland, man? You must have came out here during the winter.
No, it was No, I actually wasn't getting along with all them niggas. And it was too expensive. Goddamn it for a damn a burger. You get a burger with no fry for like $10. What the fuck?
California crazy like that.
Like damn, at least you'd have a meal with it. They wouldn't get you a meal. That's like a meal.
It's not. California's not the same everywhere you go, man.
No, I was in Oakland.
It's like,
I mean, like Oakland.
No, I know, but people keep saying California, and they don't understand that. Not everything in California is out of reach, bro. It's like if you go down to Visalia, which is like next to Fresno. Fresno is a city in the Central Valley. It's like 600,000 people. Huge fucking. It's the size of fucking Portland. You never hear anything about it. You can go there in Visalia. You can buy you a fucking 5-bedroom, 3,000 square foot house for about $500. So you could buy you a house out here. You go to Sacramento, just like the desirable areas, bro. Like, you know, LA County, or the Bay Area. Yeah, that's just expensive. But this is all settled in. There's no future for new people to move here. You know what I mean? Like, and the reason why it's so expensive is because there's no place to build. You know what I mean? Because if there's room, you just keep adding houses. That keeps the property value down. Because why would I spend fucking, you know, $700,000 for a house that was built 80 years ago when I can just go buy a new one? You know, $4 a gallon. No, it's not $4 a gallon. It's like $3.50 right now for gas. Depends on where you're at, man. And yeah, that's what I don't understand. Is everybody think California is like fucking like Carolina or some shit? It's like it's big fucking state, man. It's huge. We got 40 million people.
But I was in the fucking ghetto in Oakland. And everything was still expensive.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's like, you know,
California has its own taxes. Like you get the normal sales tax, then you get the special California sales tax. It's only been getting worse. They're trying to tax themselves out of all the problems they keep causing for themselves.
Well,
like a snake
what it
eating
is that
itself.
the politicians just gather the money so that they can do things with it, because most of the shit goes into like a slush fund or some kind of other thing, to where it's just like a reserve, you know. But the lifestyle, you know, the general, it depends on what type of person you are, but the general outlet of like when you step outside to go places, more than makes up for it, because it's motivating. You know what I mean? Like, you're gonna go around, you're gonna see something here that's gonna inspire you. You know what I mean? To where it's like, if I'm fucking in fucking Indianapolis, Indiana, or fucking Cincinnati, Ohio, it's like, what the fuck is motivating me in life? Period. Every time I step out, it's the same tiny shit. You know what I mean? Like every corner you turn, bro, it's like there's something to motivate you. And like you win. If you have a business or any type of ambition or hustle, there's so much here. You can find a place if you hustle and you move around. You know what I mean? Just by chance, you're gonna run into people. The numbers are here. I mean, that's what it's all about. It's a volume type of move here. You know, so like the networking and all that other stuff, man, completely different here. Like, I mean, that's where all the tech companies are here. You know, they know where they have to be. You know what I mean? It's either here or New York City. You know what I mean? And it's like the metropolitan area. So like basically the techs came in and they made San Francisco, Silicon Valley, that area, they made it what it is. Like, they created their own empire. So now, you know, you have Google, you have Lyft, you have Amazon, you have fucking Google, you have Facebook, you have Instagram, you got fucking Spotify, you got Pandora, you got all the cannabis companies. Those are all here in the Bay Area, bro. I'm talking within like 20, 30 minutes of each other. Apple's here. HP's here. IBM's here. You know, it's fucking heavy hitters, man. You know what I mean? And that's just on the like the tech level or the internet shit. You know what I mean? But everything moves here, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Everything moves here, and it's like, you know, just if you got something to offer, you're gonna be all right here. You know, but the people that just want to do 9 to 5 and just want to work and do that, no, that's not in the Bay Area. Not if you don't have it. If you don't already have it, you're never gonna get it. because the houses in Richmond, California, I got two houses there that I have rentals. 6 years ago and 7 years ago, I paid $85,000 for one house, and I paid $70,000, $68,000 for a second one. Both those houses are worth over $500,000 now. You know,
Maybe I
yeah,
should have kept
because
my
the
house
thing
in
is,
Cali.
because everything got bought up. See, once things started going up, all the bad neighborhoods cleared up because the people couldn't afford to just hang out. So unless you were in a projects like public housing, you had to get the fuck up out of there. You know what I mean? So all the old crack houses, all that shit, no, all that shit is all fixed up. You know, because one thing that happens is that real estate can go up and down, but rent never does. Rent never goes down. You know, so like the housing bubble and all that shit, that's never gonna happen here ever again. Just because rents are so high. You know what I mean? Like you go to Oakland, I mean, a 2 bedroom, like 800 square foot apartment, 2 bedroom. Oh man, you're talking $2,600-$2,700 a month. You know, you're in a house here. You're paying 3,000, 3,500. You know, so you know, instead of like renting an apartment, if we got a family, I got to rent a house. Yeah, so if you buy a house, let's say you buy a house for $200,000, and you rent it for $3,500 a month. You know that house is paid for in 8 years, and as long as you keep it occupied, you've got you've got 30 grand. You got 30 grand a year for the rest of your fucking life until you fuck it up. Plus the equity in the home. You see, so that's where all the houses got bought up. Not necessarily by first time home buyers, but people like me and other people who invested and fixed those houses up and did whatever needs to be done and just rent them out. And so the income's going to come in forever because motherfuckers are gonna always have to pay rent. You know, and that's what people don't understand. They say, "Oh, there's going to be a housing bubble." Bullshit, because rent is so high, and then there's just no land to build new homes. Now, if you go and look at some of the homes they're asking for, like on the peninsula, like in between San Jose and San Francisco, you wouldn't believe it. 800 square foot, 2 bedroom, condominium, starting at 1.2 million. Because the techs have the money. They're targeting the people that work at Google and Facebook and all that. They're basically the Indians. And so in California, the average income of an Indian person that you see is $120,000 on average. You know what I'm saying? The average Indian person that you see, if you come out here and you see Indians, 1, 2, 3, the average that you're going to see is fucking $120,000. That's their income. And then you got to keep in mind that, if they got a wife or something, 9 times out of 10, she's working too. So that household is bringing in a fucking shitload of money. Either as far as rent control, but rent control only goes so far as like apartments. But it's just too late because it's up there. Like the rent control put in, things reached a point to where the market was set by the income of the people that were paying it. So like for sale $10,000 and it's really only worth $5,000. If somebody wants to pay 10, then fuck it. If they're gonna pay it, let them pay. But yeah, so like that's the thing. It's like the average income of the people here in the Bay Area is high as fuck. You got they're at like their average is like 120. Then Filipinos are the second highest at about, I think, 85, 90 on average, Filipinos here in California. Then Chinese, I think like in the 70s, and the average white person is, in the 60s, and then fucking, blacks is like in the fucking 40s or 50s or some shit. You know what I mean? Maybe even 30s. So like the income of the people that are the income of the people that are able to buy new homes and apartments and shit like condos, like they've got the money. So and like I said, most of those dudes don't have big ass families. They're techs. So they'll come over here and it's like, oh, instead of me paying all this rent, I'll just buy a house. But yeah, man, it's just different. That's just one area. That's not the capital. Sacramento's the capital. Sacramento's like damn near 500,000 people. It's like hour and a half from San Francisco. Completely different, demographics. Then you drive down 30 minutes to Stockton. Stockton's 400,000 people. You drive 2 miles from 2 hours from there, Fresno. Fresno's 500,000 people. You drive another probably about an hour. Bakersfield, like 400,000 people. Then you hit LA, and that's fucking that metropolitan area is over 20 million people. Then you go down to San Diego, another fucking 2 million, damn near 3 million people. And then everything else in between. Because when you get to San Francisco, which everybody considers Northern California, you still have another 4-hour drive to the 4-hour drive to the Oregon border.
Mm-hmm.
So you have there, So it's like there's a shitload of people. There's so much opportunity out here. Like you gotta keep in mind, we haven't even talked about wine country. All the fucking wine shit. We haven't talked about the fucking cannabis industry. The import-export industry. There's so much shit going on here, man. Like, just by sheer numbers, if you got some type of hustle, you can make it happen because everything is here. Everything's around you. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of opportunity. You don't have to reach far to find anything. So that's what people don't understand. Is like, you have to move. You have to move where things are going to happen. That's why people move to bigger cities. Unless it's like if you're Midwest. If I lived in the Midwest, I'd be in agriculture. I'd be in agriculture, or I'd be into fishing. I don't know if you saw what's going on with like the Asian carp. Have you seen that?
They're going crazy.
Yeah, well, what's going on with that is like that's an industry now, like for harvesting.
I thought Asian carp tasted horrible.
Yeah, but they're exporting it, and then like they're processing it to where like they're turning it into nuggets and stuff. It doesn't taste horrible. What it is that they have a lot of bones.
So they're just pretty much chopping it up and reconstituting it with cellulose and deep frying it.
No, they're shipping most of it to China. So like basically what's
you mean we're about? Wouldn't that be we're deporting? That? We're deporting the Asian carp.
You could say that. But yeah, that's what they're doing with it. They're there's a couple of places where they're at. I think I can't remember the exact area, but I know they're in Missouri, Illinois, and Iowa, and so like they've got processing plants where like you take your boat out and they pay you per pound.
That's cool.
Yeah, then they've got it. They got some videos on that. They got some videos on it where like now what they do, because you see like when the boat is driving around, they start just flopping around everywhere and jumping out. They've got it to where they just they shoot an electric wave through the water, and then it freezes the fish and they just scoop them up. But yeah, so if I lived in the Midwest, man, so like if I lived in the Midwest, I'd be into some shit like that. Like you have to be a true entrepreneur and have your own shit. You know what I mean? Like you can't live in those areas and just like I'm just gonna 9 to 5 and buy a house and own this and own that, unless you're just working for very small businesses, you know, because like it's like, you know, like, let's say if you got a job at the post office, you know, you're at the post office for 10 years, you know, you can't lose that job and expect like you're gonna find a job the next day in those areas. It just they don't those type of work jobs just don't exist, you know,
Hmm.
and so yeah, in the Midwest you got to work for yourself. I mean, yeah, there are some tech companies, but you know, just you know the amount of jobs for per capita, I'm sure is really small. You know, then it's always the buddy system. It's like, well, I got a friend that can do this and do that. So there's generally like the good paying jobs. Uh, you know, there's a line for those. You know, people waiting for them. But you know, and you know that's another thing. It's like out here, I know people that make like $100,000 a year just driving Uber.
Hmm.
You know, yeah, because you know, like they do. My one friend, he just go in San Jose exclusively, and what he does is like you know you have different levels of Uber, and he only drives a van, and he only does like airport runs and stuff like that. So, you know, with Uber, the way they pay for the type of car, but it's also the amount of people. So if you go to the airport, you're picking up 5 people, you're gonna get way more money than if you get one person. So when people are coming here for, you know, sporting events or conventions and all that other shit, you know, or you're picking up families that are going to wine country and all that shit, man, you're making a shitload of money. Simple shit, just driving around.
Hey, gents, it's getting late for me. I just wanted to pop in for a little bit, see what was going on. So, good
Oh
night,
yeah, man.
everyone.
Where you at? You're down south, right?
Yeah, I'm in Georgia. It's almost 1. It's just,
Yeah, I've been
I
to
pop,
Georgia. What part are you in?
North Georgia, about an hour north of Atlanta.
Is that where the monument is? The big fucking rock? What's not the rock, but the
Stone Mountain?
yeah.
Stone Mountain is right outside of Atlanta, right outside like the perimeter, I think. I've been there a few times. It's actually a pretty cool park to go to.
Yeah, I've been there one time, and then I went to I think it's like Six Flags. I've been to Six Flags a long time ago. That was a long time ago. And then I've been to Augusta before.
Oh, that's a nice area. Too bad those areas are becoming a bit too liberal.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I like I said, man, I can't, you know, unless somebody's acting weird, you know what I mean, like just doing some weird shit, then I don't know whether a person's liberal or whatever because, you know, you got motherfuckers with long ass hair that are like real polite and smooth that are fucking, you know, hardcore conservative. So a person's appearance can't show you where what they think politically. You know what I mean?
No, no, it's not, I don't care about their appearance. It is about how they act and the policies they. So like Augusta and Savannah, they're having huge problems with homeless people right now, same as Portland, Seattle, San Francisco, and LA County because they're adopting the same liberal policies of, oh, you're homeless, we will take all the homeless. It's just because the rest of the state is red, it's kind of harder for the homeless to get there, I guess. I'm not quite sure how that works out, but they're starting to suffer from the same problems as all the other liberal cities of not
Well, yeah,
actually
but
taking care of their constituents.
I'll put it like this though. You know, like it's not necessarily that you have homeless because the cities are liberal on the West Coast. You have homeless, particularly in Los Angeles and San Francisco, because it's livable. Now, if you were you yourself, if you were a homeless person in Georgia or Chicago, and you can get a one-way ticket to LA and be homeless, take your pick.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Because I don't know if you've ever been to LA, but LA, like Christmas, Christmas Day, New Year's Day, it may be fucking 80 degrees.
yeah.
It's very mild. It's very mild weather. You know what I mean? Like so, like you can survive. It's not like fucking Chicago where you have to go to or New York City where there's a shitload of homeless where they have the soup kitchens and you have to like they have homeless shelters. You know, like you could still kind of make it on your own, even if you are homeless in certain environments. You know what I mean?
New York City's having such
That's
having such a bad problem with the homeless that they're actually shipping out their homeless to other cities.
Yeah, what I know, but that's what I'm saying is like you have a lot of people from other states that are homeless that migrate to California
Mm-hmm.
because because you can survive. It's not necessarily because it's liberal, but if I'm going to be homeless, I'm going to be homeless where it's going to be good. I mean, why would I fucking want to be homeless?
It's typical migration of people.
Yeah, so why would I fucking want to be homeless in Kansas City in the middle of winter? You know what I mean? Like, but it's not. I don't see it so much as a liberal thing as from a standpoint of why the issues are, because you know you got conservative states that are just as bad. You know what I mean? And there's nothing that anybody really can do about it, because once certain organizations get a hold to you, if you're running for office or you're in office, they're going to tear you up. You know, like Orange County in California, which is extremely conservative. I'm sure you know that. You know,
Yeah.
like they have a huge homeless population that lives right across the street from Disneyland, and they try to, you know, the mayor and a couple other people, the city council, they were like, "We want you motherfuckers out of here," and man, you know, a couple of those groups turned it up on them. You know what I mean? Turned it up on them, and they had to back down. You know, because the thing is, like, you know, if people are down on their luck, and you know what I mean, and they can't help themselves, I mean, you yourself, where do you want the homeless people to go?
Well, yeah, a lot of people are homeless by choice. That's a problem. So there actually was several.
The people, excuse me, the people that are homeless by choice are most likely the people that have mental illnesses.
Yeah, I would like to see that
Yep.
addressed. We used to address it, then we decided it was costing too much money, so we shut down the hospitals and put them on the streets, and that is genuinely horrible. So see, kicking them out on the streets was horrible, and on the other hand, inviting them to the streets is also equally horrible, because you're still not addressing the issue. It's just saying, oh, well, you can sleep here on the street, and we will still not take care of you. In fact, we will let things get so worse that we will bring back the bubonic plague. So either way, they're not addressing that part of the issue very well. It'd be nice to reopen the hospitals and provide effective treatment to some of these people that genuinely do suffer from mental illness, and some of this mental illness is really just a retardation. It's not. It's not from.
That's right. That's what I'm saying. But at the same time, you can't essentially like internment camps, which is what you're asking for, is because you're going to go out and you're going to evaluate people, and if they determine that you're crazy or you're off your rocker, they're going to put you in, and it could be a lot.
You put them in a hospital where they have a bed. You put them in the in a hospital where they have a bed.
Well, I know, but that's my point, though. Is like, who's going to determine who goes in the hospital? And if you go to the hospital, then I mean, what kind of therapy do you need to be able to go back into society? Do you need meds? Do you need fucking electric shocks? Do you need fucking butt probes or whatever? You know what I mean? Because that's what it's going back to. You go back to essentially you're damn near going back to the insane asylums. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a matter for much debate.
Yeah, and that's the thing. So, like, how do you go back to internment camps, in this society? Because you have so many people. You have people that are here illegal that you can't deport, that are crazy, they're homeless. So, it'd be a mess. Trust me, it'd be a mess.
Hey, Camera State, you said it's time to get petty. I've been petty, nigga. This nigga always been petty. I always been petty. I'm petty right now. I've been petty all motherfucking day. That's why a lot of these motherfucking Trump supporters turned their back on me, because I'm too motherfucking petty.
Yeah,
that's why they came.
You know what I'm saying? And then it's just like, how do you turn, like I said, how do you turn around and evaluate? So you have to hire doctors so-called psychologists and psychiatrists to intern somebody. Can you imagine the lawsuits of someone wrongly interned? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And they're given meds and all this other stuff and dumbed down. It's just like it would never end because the population of homeless people is going to continue to grow. In fact, it would at some point it would probably outgrow the prison population. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying like in total numbers, but you know, like, and then you have to decide whether a person, you know, and then what happens if somebody in these things attacks somebody? You know what I mean? Then they commit a crime. Are they a criminal or are they crazy? Because then if they committed a crime,
You want to see something petty? Sorry, I'm not trying to interrupt you, but you want to see something petty?
And then so they're gonna go from the crazy
Mm-hmm.
from the crazy bin to prison, then back to the crazy bin. You know, so like it'd be a big mess, man. It really would if there were like internment camps like that.
I'm tracking, but I need to get off of here soon. But I'll leave you all with something petty first.
Okay.
Down in the area of the Peach, our man Wesley. How are you doing, Wesley?
It's only 2.5
Okay,
minutes.
So my channel is Old School Wolf Media, where I report on whatever I want to report on. Try to be fair, but I'm always opinionated, and I rant a lot. Happy to be here, guys.
So you report on schools that are old.
I report on schools that are old.
Well, I mean, you are old school media.
Yeah, there we go. There we go.
You got to excuse Batsy. He's a little punny.
Oh, I'm sure I'll get a few good licks in on him.
Hey, keep it above the belt. I'm
Obviously-
just saying.
Well, obviously, look, it's the descendant of the ones that ran away against the descendant of the ones that succeeded. So,
Fair enough.
Define the ones that ran away. If you're on about the Pilgrim Fathers, they didn't run away; they got kicked out.
He's not wrong.
They were asked to leave literally every country in Europe. They were so crap.
Well,
and here we are leading the world.
there you
And then
go.
Then you got the other settlers in the 13 colonies who went over to make sure that they didn't stuff that continent up as well.
Hey, Batsy, you don't have Space Force.
Hey,
Just
do you
saying.
speak German?
Nope.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
And you don't speak Russian either, so.
Were you there personally?
I will claim. I'll claim victory of the United States.
I will claim legacy victory because
Legacy
my
victory.
grandfather
Actually-
served.
Actually, the World War II was won because of the Allies.
It was
You
all
guys
about
have to
Canadians, man.
Be there. But
Yeah,
it
that was the
Allies.
second time we saved you.
Sorry, mate. The First World War was almost over before you joined, and we were winning.
Were you though?
Yes,
Where you go?
yes,
You
yes,
were
we
winning
did.
until you weren't winning.
I remember a stalemate in this area called France.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and even after you joined, there was still a stalemate in that area called France.
So that was the petty moment for the night. I need to get going. It's 1 a.m. here, but honestly, we had a good conversation going there. Maybe
Hey,
we can
thanks
carry
for
it on
calling.
next time.
Yeah,
Next time I'm on.
anytime.
Appreciate it.
All right.
Yeah, take care.
Good night and stay petty.
Stay petty. Next.
Yeah.
Hold on. Camera stay. I'm gonna go ahead and show this what he said. Look what he just said. Look at camera stage video just said. Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Well, you know, there's a group out in Sacramento called the Schwarzeneggers.
Oh, shit. I can't.
Yeah. Yeah, Schwarzeneggers.
Schwarzeneggers.
Yeah.
Man.
But yeah, but that's what people don't understand. It's like if you know what I'm saying, if you're a homeless person, you go where the getting's good. You know?
Mhm.
Yeah, you go where the getting's good, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some people say, "Oh man, hell yeah." I mean, shit. If you know, that's what the hobos was all about. If you remember hobos.
Oh, there go my sand nigga right there, John.
So, you know, a lot of times you don't know where that train's going. That just motherfuckers either going east or west. That motherfucker going west. We try to get to California, we gonna hop on that motherfucker. You know, or you know, you got people who you know, it's different now because you can, you know, like when we was young, like people would hitchhike. You know, you just go and stand on the side of the road and stick your thumb out. You know what I mean? Somebody give you a ride. Shit down,
Yeah.
man. You know.
Yeah, the movie The Hitcher
certain
came out and
organizations,
everybody stopped doing that.
You know, go up there and play like, oh, I got a cousin in California. You know, I just need a one-way ticket to get there. You know, on Greyhound and a little bit of money. Shit, you know, a couple $100, you'll be out here. You know, a couple $100, you'll be living in Long Beach, or be on fucking, you know, on the pier, Santa Monica, chilling. Beautiful fucking weather. Because Southern California don't really rain that much, so you know, like I said, it could be in January, or let's say New Year's Eve, or even fucking Christmas. If it's 85 degrees in LA, don't be surprised.
Yeah. Hey, likewise, I got a question for you.
Part. But
earlier you said the homeless come to. You can't hear me?
It's fucking interesting things. So.
Can you hear me now?
What else is there, man?
I hear you.
Okay.
I hear you, John.
All right. Hey, I got a question for you. Earlier you said that the homeless go to California because of the weather. And my question is what about Portland, Seattle?
Yeah, I can't hear.
The weather gets cold. The weather gets cold up there.
Mo, you can hear him?
I hear him very fine. I hear him fine.
Yeah, nobody else can though.
Nobody.
You want me to go out and come back in?
Maybe because you're the moderator.
No, I hear him fine. I hear him fine. Hold on. Man, what's going on? You don't hear?
I don't think anybody else can hear him because I can't hear him.
Can people in the chat room hear me?
Okay, let's do a test. Can anybody in the chat room? Because I hear him fine. You right on my computer. We're gonna test this. Hold on. Anybody can hear it? I hear you. Deborah says she hear you. Camera State says he hear you.
I can't hear you. That's racist.
Oh, he heard that.
That's racist, man.
That is racist.
Hey Mo, ask him that question that I asked.
Okay, what's the question? No, I want y'all to. Oh, damn it! I don't know why he can't hear you. Hold on.
Does he need to go out and come back in again?
You know what?
Or do I?
John, you try to go on, come back in. Let's try.
All right. I'll do that.
We'll find ways around this shit. I want y'all to hear each other. You said, Cameron says that likewise trigger. Hold on, because he said I'm gonna put that on the screen right there. What is he ramming about? Okay, John.
Now,
can you hear likewise?
Likewise.
Petty time, you know, petty time is getting less and less with me. Pretty sure there's only.
Can you hear me?
Minute. Yeah, I hear you.
Can you hear him likewise? No,
Yeah.
you hear him?
Hello? Nope.
Say something, John.
You can't hear me. You can't hear me?
Oh, I hear you now.
Oh, okay. Hey, I got a question for you. Earlier you said that the homeless go to California because of the weather, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, what about Portland and Seattle? The weather's not good there in the wintertime.
No, but still.
And they got a lot of homeless. Seattle because of the tech companies, you know, and stuff.
I know. I don't know, but what I'm saying is that, like, Seattle and Portland, one thing I know about the homeless there is that the demographics of the homeless are extremely young people. Extremely young.
Yeah, there's a class of people that are young. that believe in anarchy,
Yeah.
and they don't want to contribute. They don't want to participate. You know, that's the way they want to live.
Yeah. I mean,
They don't
you
want to get it. They don't want to get a driver's license. They don't want to get any ID. They don't want a social security number. They don't want nothing.
Yeah. Well, if that's him, that's him. Can't stop people from being who they are, bro. Can't stop people from being who they are. That's number one. And number two, you gotta understand is that like a lot of homeless people, they want to go to places where they're seeing movement. Even if things aren't good, it looks good. You know what I mean? Like who wants to be fucking homeless? Like I said in fucking Jackson, Mississippi. You know what I'm saying? Think about it, bro. I mean, like, there's really some fucked up cities out there that, like, even if you aren't homeless, you're depressed because of the fucking city. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, come on, man. Who wants to be fucking homeless in, you know what I'm saying? In just, like, some of these fucked up shithole places. Like, who wants to be homeless in St. Louis? Who wants to even live in some of these places? Like, even if you have work, it's fucked up. You know? So people blend in and they mix in where shit's going on, bro. It's the big city. It's the bright lights. It's, you know, seeing progressiveness and seeing shit moving and things happening. You know, it's the type of shit that people get out of bed for. You know, so you're gonna have that on the West Coast because that's what it's about. You know, that's why you don't.
I mean, there was even homeless in Hawaii. It's getting out of control there too.
Well, yeah, man. And I'll tell you what. Probably half the motherfuckers in the United States, if they could get a boat over there or take a motherfucking canoe to fucking Hawaii, they'll be homeless.
But they did that. They did that because they got busted a few years back. Well, now it's been about 15, 20 years now. They got busted. Some of the cities sending their homeless there, one-way ticket.
Yeah, well, I mean, if I'm gonna be homeless, I want to be homeless in paradise, bro. Fuck that. That's common sense.
Yeah.
I mean, you got a lot of people that are crazy but still have common sense. You know that, right? You know
oh,
I mean?
yeah,
Like,
I know. I say it all the time. Common sense isn't common.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So, yeah. So, I mean, that's common sense that, like...
I'll be back. I got to pay a water bill.
That's common sense. I mean, even birds fly south for the winter. You know, why do they fly south for winter? Because it's easier living. You know what I mean? Let me see.
And they don't want to freeze to death. Don't want to freeze to death.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But that's also why people move to California. You know, Portland rains a lot. You know what I mean? Portland rains a hell of a lot. You know, Seattle gets a little bit of everything, but Seattle, from what I understand, doesn't rain as much as Portland. But dude saying the cost of living is cheaper in the South, no shit, bro. But like, you know, certain people have different mentalities on where they live at. Like, if you live in the South, depending on, you know, it's not for everybody. Some people who just like being in the house all day, you could live on the fucking moon, it wouldn't make any difference. You know, some people like the simplicity, but me, I couldn't live in the South. I don't like it. You know what I mean? There's a lot of things I don't like about the South. The racial climate, the social climate, none of that shit. The fucking weather, the fucking big ass fucking bugs. You know, depending on what state you're in, the fucking fucked up ass freeways, like in Tennessee, where it's just all fucking tunnel vision when we're on the fucking freeway, where they just took the fucking forest and cut the fucking trees out. So when you're driving, you just see fucking trees every fucking where. I mean fucking Florida, fucking big ass snakes running around everywhere, mosquitoes and shit. Fuck all that, man. Yeah, so if you want to have that shit, you can have it, bro. I don't want to fuck with it. You know, like this. You know, I mean, what the fuck is in Louisiana? Unless you like to hunt. You know what I mean? The shit's fucked up for me. I'm not saying it for everybody, but in my opinion, I mean, I couldn't live there. You know, I'd have to change my whole fucking philosophy on life to live in fucking Jackson, Mississippi. You know what I mean? Fucking what the fuck is in Mississippi other than fucking, like I said, fucking hunting and fucking football. You know, so yeah, the cost of living is gonna be there because that shit's fucking desirable. Nobody wants to fucking, you know, nobody wants to invest a whole bunch of fucking money in those places, bro. That shit's weird. So, but
Cost
yeah,
of living
no,
in
man.
Oregon is cheap because there's no jobs.
Well, yeah, but you guys, your population is small though too. You know what I mean? So it's supply
Well,
and
that's
demand.
because
You know what I mean?
a lot of the land is owned by BLM and stuff like that. You know.
But even still, it's supply and demand. It's kind of like when people from California started moving up there, you know, there in Seattle, you know, the prices went up like fucking crazy because the demand was there. Like, oh well, we have people that instead of paying like, you know, $60,000 for this condo, they'll pay $300,000. So of course the shit's gonna go up. But as that shit slows down, then of course it's gonna be more affordable. You know, because Oregon itself is only 4 million people. That's not a fucking lot of people, man. You know, 4 million people is not a lot of people at all. You know, so and then Portland's 500,000 people, 600,000 people. I mean, you know what I mean? So like I said, so like that shit is small. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's gonna be it's nowhere near as affordable as it was 10 years ago.
Yeah. On the island of Oahu, I think we had 2 million people. So, and that's an island. We had 2 million.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. So think about that whole fucking state. That's only twice as much. You know, that's really fucking nothing, man. And then you think about when you compare that to Hawaii, like, you know, as far as businesses, the money comes in from tourism and trade and all that other shit, to where Oregon is, you know, basically, you know, they export all that fucking wood. You know,
yeah, and even that, you know, cut down on a lot of that. You know, with the environmentalists.
Tree hug us.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, you know what I mean? So like, you know, aside from that, I mean, what do they have there? They got you got a small cannabis industry that's gonna fold up in a couple years.
Because here in Oregon?
Yeah. Half the shit, half those places.
This last year they had an oversupply.
No, I know.
So the prices had to drop drastically because there was so much.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I have a friend that owns a dispensary and like four growing grow houses up there, because up there, you know, you guys don't get enough sun, so everything runs indoor.
Yeah.
And
well, they got both because in the dispensaries they have both, and you can get top shelf, you know, indoor for $250 for an ounce, legal.
Right. Yeah.
That's legal, you know, with taxes, everything.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying is that, but you know, one of the issues with that is that, like, my friend was telling me that there's a surplus of, I think, 10 million pounds of weed.
Yeah.
You know, that's like fucking, you know, 10 million pounds. That's like fucking, you only got 4 million people. And
that's because everybody can grow it. You know what I mean? The way the law's written, you know, every person in Oregon can grow up to 6 plants. So.
No, I know, but what I'm saying is, like, they have a surplus of 10 million pounds of weed that's like dispensary weed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the growers keep growing, but you know, all that shit's gonna fold because of because, you know, marijuana is classified as an opioid.
Yeah.
So,
well, you know, the thing is if they can get it to where they can sell it across state lines, like California and Oregon and Washington, which are all legal, in Nevada, then that gives them more opportunity. But because of the banking regulations, that hampers a lot because everything's got to be done in cash.
Yeah, but it's not the banking that's stopping it. What's stopping it is that it's classified as an opioid. You see, when
Schedule 1.
But see, when people, so it's classified like fucking like OxyContin or some shit. So it has to go state to state, has to go. You have to have that pharmaceutical fucking, you know, clearance for that shit, because when they campaigned for marijuana to be legal, you know what I'm saying, whatever the illness was, fucking marijuana would cure it. You know what I mean? So like they pushed hard to say, oh, it's a miracle thing, but then it's just like you're saying, well, wait a minute, this is on the level of, you know, of of fucking opioids and this and that. So they had to classify it as that level because it has to be handled a certain way because it's equating the people that campaign for it. They're equating it to certain opioid drugs. You know what I mean? So that's why they can't ship it state to state. The only people that applied for that are applying for their license are the guys that own Bloom, which is down here in Oakland. They're the ones who are pioneering the distribution. Their company is huge. They sold half of it to Canadian Stock Exchange for $50 million. They bought out two people. Those two people
Is that the
developed
company that
something
sells
with-
growing supplies like fertilizers and stuff?
No. Bloom is strictly dispensary. Strictly dispensary, but they're also distribution.
Of
What they did
cannabis.
was
Of cannabis, right?
Yeah. Right,
Okay.
right. And see, what they did was
No, because there's a
when
company
they- when they
that distributes nutritions for growing that has that name. That's why I was wondering.
Oh yeah, no, Bloom, Bloom's different. But what they did was when they got that $50 million, they bought out two people, and those are the two people who set up the distribution for CBD into like CVS and all that shit, and they took the rest of that 50 because that was only for half their company, and they're going to partner with Pfizer, and so Pfizer is going to handle all of the state-to-state distribution. So, if let's just say you're a grower in California, and somebody in Amsterdam wants your weed, they're going to be the only ones that can do it because they're the only ones that are going to have that distribution license. So that's where the thing is going. It's like the distribution is more so important than the actual product itself because you can grow all you want, but if you can't get it to your customers, then you know what I mean. It doesn't make any sense. So that's that. I know for a fact that that's going on. Then
I wonder if that's the company
know-
that John Boehner's got involved with.
could be, and then also
Because they got him on
you
there
know-
so he could lobby for
you know,
cannabis.
yeah, there's so many people. We'll put it this way: Oakland, California is ground central for marijuana in the world.
Where?
They are Oakland.
Where? I don't know.
Yeah,
I'd say Humboldt. I'd say Humboldt County.
No. No, it's not Oakland. I mean, it's not Humboldt. Humboldt is where they grow. Okay,
Yeah.
that's different. Yeah, but see, the growers can't do anything, bro, without the distribution. They can grow all they want, but if they can't get it to the people who want to buy it, because when you grow, now the way the law works, when you grow, if you want to sell it legally, you have to go through the state to get your regulation. And
Yeah,
then
your
we have to
license.
know exactly where you're selling it to. Yeah, but then you see they go around to the stores and they sample the weed, and they know exactly where it came from. So you can't just go to the store and just sell them your weed. It doesn't work that way. You see?
No,
So
it all
that's what I'm saying.
has
These guys are
numbers.
locked-
Every seedling has a number, an ID number, and it's tracked
That's what-
all the
that's
way.
what-
And then when you sell it, that number goes along with it. So when they come in and they come into your store and do an audit, you got to be able to produce the paperwork that goes along with every single thing you have.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
those are the.
And here in Oregon, they have video surveillance of every store. There's the Oregon Liquor Commission. They actually watch the stores to make sure they do everything properly, and even the growing areas.
And yeah, right. And that's what I'm saying is that with all those regulations, it's not Humboldt who's deciding. It's whoever controls the distribution, because Humboldt can grow all the fuck they want. But if we don't want to carry your shit, if we don't want to distribute your shit, then it's not going to happen. You see
Well,
what I
that's
mean?
because a lot of places are expecting it to go nationwide, and once it opens up nationwide, then that's what they're counting on. That's how they plan on
that's what I'm
supplying.
saying. Well, no, that's what I'm saying though, is that like Bloom is already on that tip because they're handling
Yeah.
the distribution. So it's Humboldt and Mendocino is where they grow all the outdoor, as well as Santa Cruz Mountains. That's where they grow all the weed at. It's not just Humboldt; it's Mendocino too. And So yeah, the growers, they liked it the other way because they could just get off what they want. Like they weren't being monitored as much. And then, you've got three different levels of marijuana. The marijuana that you make the most money off of is the popcorn, not the big buds. The big buds is for the premium smoker who knows what he wants and willing to pay that extra money. Like $1,900 a pound for that top bud compared to the popcorn, which is $400 a pound, and then you got shake, which is like $200.
You're talking about the colon.
What's that?
You're talking about the colon.
Yeah, and so basically between those three, the average person that you would want to target would not be the connoisseur of weed if you're growing or selling weed, because they already know what they want.
I just thought about some shit, man.
You want the new person. You want the curious college student who moved from Japan and is moved to Oregon and going to Oregon State.
Hey, likewise, let me change the subject on you. You know who Joy Behar is from The View?
No, I don't watch TV.
Oh, well, she's on The View. Her name is Joy Behar, and today she said that the shooting that happened in New Jersey was caused by white supremacists.
What about it?
You don't know who did it? It was 2 black Hebrew Israelites. Nothing to do with white supremacy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. That has nothing to do with me. I don't give a fuck.
Likewise, he's speaking his mind.
People are gonna say stupid shit in this world, bro. So I don't. Like
don't back down.
People say, man, you gotta understand that. Like
everybody,
you gotta understand, man, that everybody will say some shocking shit to get their attention, and it's way off fucking base. Like it's completely insane. Like I do know one thing that I saw that I was like, what the fuck? Was like Nikki Haley. Did you see that shit?
About what?
Well, about the Confederate flag.
Oh yeah, but that was years ago.
No, this was fucking this week.
What'd she say?
She said that she took the Confederate flag down because of Dylann Roof. And prior to Dylann Roof, the flag stood for solidarity, hard work, and commitment to our country. And Dylann Roof hijacked it and turned it into something hateful and
a symbol of hate.
Yeah, but Dylann Roof did not turn that into a fucking symbol of hate. She's saying that prior to Dylann Roof, it was a sign of prosperity. Bitch, please. You're saying 2015? 2015 is when the Confederate flag was hijacked by Dylann Roof?
Yeah. Hey, do you know who Minded Jamal is? You know Jamal, Minded Jamal?
4J, the 4J, Will Johnson crew. The 4Js.
Yeah, what about him?
He represents the Confederate flag behind him when he speaks every time.
You need black.
Yeah.
He says he represents the Black Confederacy.
Yeah, well, you know what?
He's proud of that.
Yeah, but the thing is, bro, like I keep telling you, you're always gonna have motherfuckers like that. That's why I don't get shocked by it. If it's not founded in like something that really makes sense from somebody that's prominent, and the reason why I brought up Nikki Haley is because Nikki Haley was the fucking governor of the state.
Yeah.
And then she was also fucking on Trump's team. So you have people in powerful positions, bro, like really powerful positions that have control over life and death, whether it's a death penalty situation, how police are going to treat motherfuckers, that are going to say in 2015, that's when Dylann Roof and Dylann Roof only made the fucking Confederate flag a symbol of hate? Are you fucking crazy?
That's the problem with some of our politicians. That's the problem with politics.
Don't compare that shit to no shit on the fucking View, because
that's one of the reasons why Trump got voted in, because people are tired of hearing that bullshit of, you say one thing and do another,
No, bro, she was a Republican.
It doesn't matter. Politicians are
Sure
left and
does.
right. There's
I
politicians
know.
that are
You may,
Republican and there's politicians. You know, there's rhinos, you know, there's the Democrats. There's all kinds of politicians.
yeah, bro, but this was the governor. Once you get to the governor, there's only certain people that are higher than you. But in your state, when you're the governor of your state, you are the shit.
Yeah.
You are the president of that state. You are the president of that fucking state.
Yeah.
And that's what she fucking had to say.
Yeah.
You know, like, yeah, so yeah, talk about that, bro. Don't talk about no motherfucker who said like some niggas who fucking tried to convert, said he was Jews, went and shot
What
up some
about,
motherfuckers.
yeah, but hey, what about Sarah Palin? She was the governor of Alaska and she was up for to be vice president with McCain.
Yeah, but Sarah Palin never said no outlandish crazy shit like that. She tried to say, bro, that Dylan Roof in 2015 hijacked the Confederate flag and turned it into a symbol of hate. So she's discrediting anything that ever happened with that flag prior to 2015. I mean, prior to fucking 4 years ago, the Confederate flag was a symbol of pride, resilience, and fucking camaraderie.
Yeah.
Come on, man. She said that on television. So you have people in power positions that are saying that outlandish shit. I don't give a fuck about no niggas who went up and shot some fucking Jews. That shit's gonna happen every day in life, bro. Every day in life.
Look at the crazy stuff AOC says. Look at the crazy stuff Omar says. Look at the crazy stuff Rashida Tlaib says. Or Nancy Pelosi.
You know what? But you know what though?
Adam
There's
Schiff.
stuff- yeah, but the people you're quoting, the only thing they do is they go in there and they suggest and recommend.
No, they
don't-
vote on
they-
laws. They create laws. You know?
But what I'm saying is that they don't have the final say like Nikki Haley does. Nikki Haley waves her fucking wand because she is the governor, bro. She implements that shit. Okay? So you're always going to have people on city council, congressmen, all this, but they can be shut down. You know what I mean? So when you got somebody that has power to where they have the final say on shit.
Nancy Pelosi is third in line to be the president. She's after Mike Pence.
But yeah,
so she says and does some crazy stuff, and she could be president if something happened.
No, she couldn't be president, bro. It's not going to happen.
Well, I know I'm just saying though, but it could happen.
Hillary,
you know.
If Hillary couldn't do it, she can't do it.
If they impeached Pence and Trump and removed them from office, she would take over
until the end of his term, and then they're going to do a re-election. But what I'm saying is that
but you're saying people in power. She could be in power, and she says some crazy stuff. Look at Joe Biden. He's running for president. He says some pretty crazy stuff.
Exactly, John.
But you're missing the point, though. That doesn't equate to what Nikki Haley said when she was the governor, bro.
Yeah, but she's not the governor anymore. That's one of the reasons she's not governor, probably. You know, she's not in power right now, so I don't really care.
No. Yeah, but what I'm saying is, it makes you wonder.
Now, if she runs for something, if she runs for president, then you're going to have me going, yeah, okay, let's bring it up now.
Right, but what I'm saying is that, like, with that mentality, I wonder what was going on under her watch. I mean, have you outlandish?
Well, everybody has their own perceptions of things. So.
I know, but
what's going on, y'all?
Hey, Hope. He's talking about the Confederate flag and Nikki Haley.
Yeah, and but anyway, what I'm saying is that like you look at a lot of weird shit that was allowed to happen. Like, did you guys see that shit in South Carolina where the dude got pulled over? It had nothing to do with race, but dude got pulled over for speeding, and then they see white substance on his roof, and they test it. He tells them it's bird shit. They're like, no, that ain't bird shit. And they tested, and they came back, tested it for fucking cocaine. So they arrested him. You know, bird shit. Now, if this dude wasn't a football player, I mean, he might have just got locked up for fucking ever. There's a lot of shit that people get away with, man, when you have people with that mentality that are going to back them up. it trickles down because they know people got your back. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying. When
Yeah.
it comes down to like what the police do and all that shit, if the governor's going to sign off on that behavior, it really goes no higher. Because the president don't sign off. The president doesn't sign off on general policing of a state or a city. The governor does.
But it could be challenged. It could be challenged in the Supreme Court, the state Supreme Court.
But what I'm saying is that as far as like how it sets the president of the mentality of how people are going to, how police are going to proceed with things.
Because
That's what
listen,
I'm
even in the state, there's three powers still. You still have the legislature, the state Senate, and Congress, you know, and then you have the governor, and then you have the state Supreme Court.
Yeah, but it's too late. It's too late when your ass is locked up. It's too late when your ass is fucking dead. It's too late when that other shit going on. It's like you look at that shit with the dude who got killed in his fucking apartment.
Yeah, but that's what I'm trying to say. That's why you got to make sure you get good people in there.
But here's the thing: the Texas Ranger came and got on the stand and sat there and said it wasn't fucking murder.
What was it murder? What was a murder?
He said that when what's his name got killed, when the police officer went into the guy's house and shot him, he said it wasn't murder. You know,
You mean
the person that was
that woman that
person
shot the woman
Right.
in Arizona, in Texas, or wherever it was? Oh, Hope, let Hope talk about that. She's
John, he talking about the Amber Geiger case.
Yeah, that's what
the
I'm
one the
saying.
guy gave the one that gave him a hug and said he forgave him, the brother.
Yeah.
Right. But now what I'm saying is, like, when the Texas Rangers came in, they did their evaluation on the case. They came back and got on the stand and said that no, it was not murder. You know what I mean? So you have people in the authority.
They want to
you have people in
do stuff like that, you know, and all she had to do was get on that damn stand and put crocodile tears on, and all these stupid people fell for it. I ain't even call them stupid. People fell for it, you know.
Well, I'm saying we're talking in general about
I'm
like,
at this point, I could give a fuck about what the next person think and feel about anything. I just care about what the fuck I feel.
Amen, Hope.
Plain and simple.
Bravo.
It's like, you know, my issue, like right now, it's a rumor going around that I'm a fucking racist and race bait and racist and shit, right? And I'm sitting here like, oh, when you agree with me, I'm not racist. You know.
I love white people go
and
fuck them crackers.
I'm gonna set the
Fuck
record
them
now.
crackers.
So that, I know some of those trolls are sitting on here that was running their mouth on Facebook. Let me set the record straight real quick.
The crackers.
Let me finish.
Okay, go ahead. I'm on 10.
All right, let me
I'll
finish,
come on,
bro,
Michael.
because I can't stay on here long. Let me set the record straight on some shit real quick, and I want people to and to help people understand from my perspective where the fuck I'm coming from. First of all, I can give two fucks what people think and feel about Mike Vick. That wasn't a problem from the jump. My issue is, for us with white conservatives, when you post stuff on your pages, I don't agree with you. I don't come under your page and try to shove my opinions down your throat. But for the past few days, from my page to Mo page to Guy's page to Naomi page and Doc's page, all of us happen to be African Americans now. All these white conservatives come on our pages now, and want to shove their opinions down our throat like they superior or something. So when I call them racist, it's because they brought racist tendencies to our pages. You brought the slave master mentality to our pages. That's why I call them racist. You come on in people's personal space and think you're going to demand them to join in and agree with your opinion. If I don't come on your damn page and say anything to you about how you feel, don't come on my page.
Yep.
Show me that same respect like I showed you. That's what the whole issue is about. It was
Yeah.
never
They,
about how they felt about Mike Vick. My
yeah.
issue was you come on my page shoving your opinion, trying to shove your opinion down my throat.
They try to bully you
Now,
into submission.
you know, that's my issue. Now you want, and then when I said, okay, y'all can't forgive Mike Vick for something he did 10 years ago, but y'all want us to forget something that white folks did back in the 50s and 60s. I ain't even saying slavery time now. I'm talking about 50s and 60s. So you want me to forgive and forget how the fuck my peoples was lynched and shit, hung up on a fucking tree like a damn ornament. But you want me to forget about that and forget, which I have forgot and forgave. I didn't forget, but I forgave. Because I don't carry the anger and mentality or hatred towards Caucasians. But these people can't forgive something he did 10 years ago to a dog. And want to skip over what he been doing since then. He's actually an animal activist. And he have done everything God did to those dogs. What I'm making is people.
Everybody can change. You feel me in my rocky voice? Next.
I don't hear her. I don't hear Hope anymore.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, now I hear you.
I hear you.
Yeah.
We hear you.
So, you know, that's my thing. And, you know, now I'm a racist. Well, if that's what you want to call me, then that's what the fuck I am. I'll be that racist then. I'll be it. I'll own it and wear it with a badge of honor. Because I'm going to continue to call you out when you doing what you ain't got, when you come on my shit anyway. You come on my page, I'm calling you the fuck out. Plain and simple. And for me to be such a racist, we just forgot that we got into a debate over Greta Thunberg.
Yeah.
Last time I checked, Greta Thunberg is a little white girl, right?
Yep.
So if I'm racist, what the fuck am I fussing at you and getting on y'all about fucking with a little white girl for her opinion? But I'm racist.
Yeah, they try to bully you into submission.
There you go. Try to bully, and they mad that they couldn't.
And they want you to be like, please don't beat me, Massa. Please don't beat me, Massa. Oh, fuck y'all.
I let them show their ignorance. They wanted. I've been all kinds of names, but the child of God.
And Hope, we was very calm in the comment section.
I said, why y'all angry though? I said, what you mad about? I said, honestly, be true to yourself. You be honest with yourself. You know that's what it's about. Be honest with yourself. I ain't no saying be honest with yourself is oh, you racist.
Well, you know, Trump, Hope, at some point in time, once the narrative switches, me and Mo was talking about this earlier. You know what I mean? Once the narrative switches up, people start showing their true colors.
Of course.
Of course. You know what I mean? And so like, yeah, so it's, I gotta tell people, it's like people want to say, oh, so this party is this, that party is that, just because a motherfucker sees certain things to you eye to eye, don't mean that like they really fucking like you.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Just because a motherfucker go to a basketball game or a sports game, don't mean that they fuck with you, bro. On fuck with black people. That's entertainment.
Let me put it to you like this, likewise, business is business. You understand what I'm saying to you?
Yeah.
Business is business. Plain and simple.
Yeah. Trust me, I know.
I can align with somebody I don't fucking like. I can work with somebody I don't like and keep a cordial thing.
Yep.
It's about taking care of business here. And right now, you know, I mean, far as with white folks and me, they don't like me. That's fine. But I can't. I ain't got no control over that.
Hey, John, I cut your mic off.
My
for a second.
goal, my
Yeah,
ultimate
feedback.
goal right now is saving my fucking future for my kids and protecting this country, protecting
Yeah.
my country, my freedom.
Yeah.
That's my goal.
Yep. But that's why
So if
she
I got
noticed
lined up with KKKs and whatever the fuck they are, then if we can band together to save our country, then that's what we do. Then we can go back to hating each other.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, like I said, you know, if you notice me, that's why I don't get into politics at all. You don't hear me ever really talk about none of that shit.
I don't blame
you know what I'm saying? Because I know my place and all this. You know what I'm saying? If you're cool, you're cool. You're cool. If you're an asshole, you're an asshole. You know what I mean? And you know, like you said, business is business. You know, we don't have to fuck with each other. You know, outside of business, but you know, when it comes down to getting shit accomplished, you know, if you got what I need, it's good. So, you know, that's how life is. I mean, you go to Chinese restaurants, some motherfuckers don't even speak English. But
well, like I always say, there's a difference between acquaintances and friends.
Well, there's friends, there's
Right.
family, and there's friends, there's family, and there's folks. Friends is just like, you know, somebody like how we are. Your folks is people that you get up and you identify with, that you can relate to. You can talk about your relationships with your wife or whatever. You know what I mean? Then you got your family. That's how it is with me, because the way this internet shit is that it's creating friends. It's creating people with a lot of friends that have things in common, and that could vary. I don't know any of us that if you got a YouTube page that you only subscribe to one page and one subject. You motherfuckers might be subscribed to fishing and subscribed to fucking all these different things that you have generally in common in life with people that you're passionate about.
I'm subscribed to
your
100
friends.
channels.
That's your
My
that's your
issue.
friends.
This is the thing. This is my another issue that I have with white conservatives. As long as you're talking on your talking points is about issues in the black communities, everybody okay with you. Yeah. We like y'all, huh? She talk with some sense. But as soon as you bring up shit that issues that white folks have, oh, you racist. You racist. Why you see skin color?
Cracker, please. Right?
Yeah, but you know, but here's the thing, Hope. You have to understand that who's sleeping, man. It sounds like somebody's sleeping.
John, you got some feedback, John?
I'm
I'm
just
gonna cut your mic
all
off
these
for a second.
motherfuckers on here.
What feedback?
Yeah, I'm over them.
You got some feedback.
Because guess what? At the end of
You want me to
the
go out
day,
and come
I know what
back
the
in?
fuck I'm doing.
No. You got a device on?
No.
No, you good now, and I'll hear you better.
I know what
okay.
the fuck I'm doing.
You must
on
be
my
fucking,
end.
John.
No, not yet.
You said not
But
yet.
you know one of the thing is, Hope, is that is that one thing I understand about Western society that's based off the religion, but it kind of contradicts each other, is that if someone does something to you, they want forgiveness.
Right.
But if you do something to them, then they don't want to forgive. That's
exactly.
But no, what I'm just saying, that's Western society. It's like, just in general, it's like you look at how this country was founded. They kill all the Indians.
I mentioned that in the feed earlier. I said that earlier. I said, you know, people, if you can't forgive others, how can you expect them to forgive you?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Yeah, but it's different. What I'm saying is, like, that's how this country was founded. Like, they killed all the Indians and they said, "Oh, sorry, you know, that's all it is. You know, they just slavery, but get over it." And it's like, yeah, we're sorry, but you have something like fucking 9/11 or whatever, then the whole entire mood of everybody changes. Like, they don't forgive certain things, you know.
But they want us to forgive. This is my thing. They want us to forgive how the fuck our ancestors was lynched and beaten
and
hung up on trees and shit.
It's like I said, in general, it's not a white thing or a black thing or anything like that. It's a Western culture thing. It's more of a European culture thing. You know, it's like you look.
I'm just saying in general, period, because I'm addressing those that have the mentality.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, like, but you see, what I'm saying is, like, it goes back to the founding of this country, because basically it comes from Great Britain, because Great Britain, you know, Australia, America, because you know America almost didn't happen. You know, because you know America was founded by Great Britain for penal colonies, because they got tired of taking their fucking boats all the way to Australia.
I put
But
it like this: at the end of the day, I stand
Actually,
by
the Spanish came first. I mean,
I
I,
stand
that
by
I know,
what
but
colonized
the fuck
more.
I said and how
I
I
mean, there was
said it.
the Vikings and there was the Chinese, but America Vespucci came. That's why it's called America. And then
I
you
know,
had
but what I'm saying,
Cortez.
what I'm saying is like with the British, which established, you know, eventually, you know, morphed into what we are today. That's what I'm saying is that like
Yeah.
the way what the founding, what the philosophy of this country is more based on Great Britain. We speak English. You know what I mean? Like, so, but in any way, what I was saying is that like, you know, the British government, you know, the royalty and all that, they're unforgiving.
Hey,
You know what I mean? Like you know, like they don't want to acknowledge the shit that they did, because you know they had slavery before we did. You know, they did Australia, they did
Yeah.
fucking,
Debtor's
they did India,
prison. Yeah.
they did India, they
Exactly,
did
but
China.
nobody want to talk about that. But you
No,
know what? I gotta go, good peoples. You know, I gotta
yeah.
get back to work. Some people
damn,
Your
I
breaks.
want to see you rap, boy, but I hate
Your break's over.
Damn it. you
yeah, I gotta
it
go
be
make
good
my
with you.
money.
Oh, it be
All
getting
right.
good over here. Like, damn.
What you say, Mo?
It be getting good with you over here. Like damn, it doesn't cut off. I want to be more petty on.
Yeah. But yeah,
But you gotta get your
so
money,
yeah,
though.
John,
We
Yeah.
yeah, but yeah, John,
All
yeah,
right,
that's
I'm out, y'all.
Hello.
Good night, Hope.
Good night.
Yeah, but anyway, yeah, John, you know that's one thing that people don't understand about Western like society, is that like the acknowledgement for things that went on, because when you look at Great Britain, they fucked up a lot of people.
Well,
You know what I mean?
actually,
Like,
there was three European countries: the Dutch, the Spanish, and the English that tried to
yeah, but there's
control the
also,
world. They tried to control the world with
I know,
colonization and trade and shipping.
I know, but what I'm saying is that like if you know anything about the famine in India, do you know about that?
Yeah.
Okay, Great Britain,
Yeah, I know.
Hong Kong, China, and the heroin trade.
Yeah, the Opium War. Yeah.
Okay, Australia, New Zealand as a whole.
Yeah,
Fucking,
penal colonies. Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, fucking America, fucking, you know, all the Virgin Islands, all that shit. You know what I mean? Like all the shit that they did there, and then it's just like their biggest issue is like, oh, all these Muslims are here. It's like, where do you think all your fucking money comes from? Where do you think like your economy comes from? It's because you went over there, and in the name of trade, you guys set up the fucking U.S. embassy or the British embassies and everything to do trade with people. So of course, if we're gonna get fucking millions of dollars, we're gonna let some of your citizens come here. You know what I mean? So like they don't want to acknowledge how all those people got there. They see all these fucking radical Muslims. Well, you know, after World War II, when your countries were all fucked up and all your men were dead, these were the people that were rebuilding your country. And some people on this panel want to differ with that. But you know what? Tell me, who rebuilt Germany? Because the soldiers sure damn sure did. All the Nazis were fucking dead. When they divided that country, Western Africa, Western fucking Western.
Yeah. I know it was U.S. dollars that paid for it, though.
Yeah, but the physical labor is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm saying the physical labor. That's why you had a lot of Muslims that migrated there, Muslims and Indians, because there was no other labor that was there. You know, the French didn't fucking rebuild all their countries. I mean, Italy didn't really get destroyed that much. You know, Great Britain was fucked up. Germany damn sure was fucked up. You know what I mean? So I think Belgium I don't think was that bad. You know what I mean? But just they don't understand. People don't understand nowadays like how your country got to where it was. And when you look
Belgium
at
Belgium was taken from the Dutch, then it was taken by France, then it was going back and forth. Finally, they split in half. Became Belgium, and they split the Wallon and the Flemish, and even Luxembourg even broke off.
Right.
But
what I'm saying is that like when people look and they say, well, you know, why are all these Muslims here? You know, like a lot of them have been there since World War II. because they're the ones who helped rebuild your fucking country. You know, that's what people don't look at. And then it's like, you know, and then a lot of the resentment that goes on with Great Britain is just swept under the rug, man. Like, you know, and people wonder why their economy is so fucked up. Well, your economy is so fucked up because all of your income was based on colonization.
Yeah,
You know,
because see what they do is they would take the people that were indigenous to wherever they colonized, brought them in as basically slave labor. Some of them were slaves, but even as of today, they still do. They bring in the labor cheap to manufacture. Then things changed, you know, when China became part of the World Trade Organization. And so instead of bringing in the labor, they just started using Chinese labor, which was cheap. So they just started manufacturing over there and just bringing the goods in instead of bringing the people in.
Yeah, but by then, all those neighborhoods had already got established. And now people are bitching over there like, oh, you know, we've got Sharia law and this and that. Well, it's like, you know, not all those Muslims are from other countries. It's like they've been there. A lot of them been there since the war. You know what I mean? So like they've been there 75, 80 years, damn near. You know what I mean? Like,
you mean in Germany, or you mean here in the United States?
No, I'm saying in Europe, in Western Europe in general.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. So even like when they show that shit going on in the news they're showing shit going on in the news with Muslims in France or whatever. It's like, you know, they say, well, they need to go back to their country. It's like, no, that is their country, bro. Like, that's where they're from. A lot of them. You know, not all, but a lot. And then, you know, you have a lot of Muslims in Spain. You know, you have a lot of Muslims, you know, and those that was the ones that crossed over from Africa. So, you know.
Yeah. Well, even here in the United States, we have some that have been here generations.
Yeah. And
you know, my family, you know, and we come from a family of veterans that served in the military, you know.
And then, you know, another thing is that what's weird is that, like, people don't know that, like, a lot of surnames, like Spanish surnames, Sanchez, Martinez, Hernandez, Resendez, you know, those are Muslim surnames. Those are Muslim surnames from back when fucking Muslims ran fucking Spain. It's insane, man.
Well, that's why there's Spanish in the Philippines. All the Spanish names is because of Spain.
Yeah.
Madrid, all that.
Yeah, well, in the Philippines, you know, the Philippines was a Muslim country before it was a Spanish country.
Hey, y'all,
I mean,
I'm going to do a 2-minute commercial break with a screen share. And I want y'all to hold that thought because I want to show this video. I promised myself I'm going to show. So, y'all hold that thought. I'll be back in like 2 minutes. I'm going to show this commercial break, and I'm doing this video right here, okay? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to let y'all see this and... Huh? Yeah, it's a 2-minute break. So go ahead and talk, y'all. But I'm
is this one of the ones you get paid for?
No, it's something like that. I just want to show some shit. Yeah. So I'm going to show everybody this for 2 minutes. I'm right here. It's controversial, but I'll put it.
Dear God, there's a lot of questions.
Yeah, I saw this on Princess Instagram.
Hear it from a human, you made it, so you're the last person that I'm ever gonna ask. Tell me what's real, tell me what's fake. Why is everything about you a debate? What's the point of love? Every time I showed it, I was broken and it's supposed to be just the only one I hate. Why is the only one you with multiple religions? Why does every conversation end in a division? Why does everybody want to tell us how to live, but they won't listen to the same damn message that they get? Tell me how to feel, tell me what's wrong. I tried to call, pick up the phone, I'm on my own. Everybody says you coming back to man, why the hell's it taking so long? Why do I hurt? Why is there pain? Why does everything good always have to change? Why does everybody try to profit off another man's work and destroy it just for monetary gain? Tell me, are you black or are you white? I don't even really care, I just really want to know what's right. They've been saying one thing, but I've been looking in the book, and it seems like they've been lying for my whole damn life. Tell me where I'm going. Is it heaven or hell? I just hope this message greets you well. Had a dream that I was walking with the devil, don't remember how it feels, but I swear that I remember the smell. Looked me right into my eye and told me everything I wanted could be mine if I gave up and decided to sell. But I said I'd rather die than get mine. Now I'm here, no fear, one man with a story to tell. Dear God, where were you when I needed it? When I fucked up and repeated it? When they set the bar and I exceeded it? My life is like a book that they've been judging by a cover, but I've never took the time to fucking read the shit. I remember telling you my goals and my dreams, but but you didn't even answer, so I guess you didn't believe in it. I remember sitting with a gun to my head trying to ask you for some help, but I guess you didn't believe it. I don't want religion, I need that spirituality. I don't want a church, I need people to call a family. I don't want to tell my sins to another sinner just because he's got a robe and you went to some academy. I don't want to read it in the book, I want to hear it from you. Don't want to learn it in my school because they hiding the truth. Don't want to talk about it to another fucking human being, and that's the only reason that I even step in this booth. Dear God, how do I take this darkness and turn it into light? How do I believe in the kind where I speak to a man I've never seen? With my own two eyes. How do I know that religion wasn't made just to separate the world and create a whole disguise just to keep us in these chains while the rich get richer and the poor pray to you and perpetuate a lie? How do I know this ain't some big joke? How can I have faith when there is no hope? How the hell does one man have $100 billion and we still have people on the street that are broke? There's a lot of things I want to talk about and get off my chest. I can't sleep because the devil won't let me rest. I used to know a fucking pastor in the church and I can still hear the screams of the kids he will fucking molest. Dear God, do you hear me? I'm supposed to fear you, but you ain't said shit. So maybe it's you who actually fears me. I don't know the answer, I just want to see it clearly. So many lies, 1,000 different theories. All I want to know is who really made religion, because I know it wasn't you, but don't nobody believe me. No more lies, no more death. Bring back King, bring back X. Please, dear God, let their souls rest. Protect who's left and watch their steps. Dear God, I don't want to have to ask you again. I just hope that you know that I'm still a believer, so I'll end this all by saying amen.
Hey, hold on. I have my mic off. I'm gonna call this shit out. Gary, where you at, Gary? See, you motherfuckers want to dip off when you come with some. See, that's what I'm talking about, you motherfuckers. Rap music. I can't deal with rap music. Shut your racist ass up. See, don't get me fucking started, you dumb motherfuckers.
Petty time starts.
I call out fuckery, man. Rap music. Rap is an art, motherfucker. Rap
I don't
is
know,
an
man.
art.
It's
like
I don't know, man. It gets hard for me listening to rap music these days myself, man.
Yeah. But and I heard that.
No, serious. I mean, I'm to the point where I don't listen to too much music at all.
No, what
general,
I'm
but it's
saying
hard
is,
for me
I was
to
looking at the
rap.
fucking message, and the motherfucker got triggered right here.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah, I know.
Kelly.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. I know what you're
That's
saying.
on
Not somebody even so
Princess's
much-
Instagram.
Huh?
That was on Princess's Instagram.
Yeah, that was. And she showed that to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm showing some shit because I do look at shit. I believe people have talent. And I do believe people can expose fuckery. And
Yeah.
if you
But anyway,
fuckery,
Anyway, what I was saying was that the Philippines was a Muslim country before the Spanish came.
Kelly, you want to come
That's
on?
why. That's why if you look at every other country in South Asia, Indonesia, Malaysia, Singapore, Brunei, that's why if you look at them, they're all Muslim countries, and that's where like a lot of the conflicts with the Muslims in the Philippines comes from, is because Mindanao, which is the third biggest island, the second biggest island in the Philippines, when they decided to make the Philippines an archipelago, the people of Mindanao, they never agreed to become part of the Philippines. They don't claim it. You see, so they claim Brunei, which is which where a lot of the people migrated from. So it wasn't until the Spanish came that they started forcing Christianity on people and all that shit, and the caste system, which your skin colors and all that shit. It never like that before. And like that's what my people. That's where I was born. I was born in Mindanao.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm from. And so basically, like, there's a lot of peace there, but there's also a lot of fighting. Most of the fighting there is with the clans, not so much with like.
Do you speak Tagalog?
No, I used to speak Bisaya.
Mm.
Most people in the Philippines speak Bisaya. They don't speak Tagalog. It's just that the capital is in Manila, so like that's the center of all, commerce, television, everything goes through there, and and so like that's the
Hey,
that's the
I was
primary
telling Mo
language
about
people learn.
some of the food, Filipino food. I was telling him earlier about it. You know, I was married to a Filipino, and
So you was married to a
what is the
king?
what is the name of that soup they use blood in?
Oh, I know what you're talking about. They don't have that shit in the South.
Oh,
Because we don't have a lot. Yeah, because we don't have. I know what you're talking about, though. But
and what is it?
that's
I think
like
what is it? Boto or whatever, the egg with the fertilized chicken or whatever inside of it.
No, you're talking about balut.
Balut, that's it.
Yeah, you're talking about balut. Yeah, people eat balut everywhere, but the blood, we don't have that in the South because it's pork. It's pork blood, pig blood. So depending on where you go, like if you go to certain cities, you're just not gonna see pigs at all. Then you know they have it in Mindanao, but just not everywhere because we do have like a lot of Muslims there.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, you're talking about balut.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're talking about that has the egg embryo and all that shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, they have that shit here.
Yeah, in Hawaii, all over. That's what I'm saying. That's how I get exposed to all that stuff.
Yeah.
You know, all the kids be eating it. I mean, like, damn, don't give it to me. I don't want it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's like a little treat that they have. I mean, where I'm from, like we have like a lot of fish. Because like that's where most of the tuna comes from is my area. And so and then
well, that's how it is. That's how it is in Hawaii. Hawaii has a lot of fish.
Hey, Kelly said, I want to know what dog tastes like. She said this. What's that?
Black dog. Black dog.
Black dog. Like
no, we eat a lot of dog in the we eat a lot of dog in the Philippines.
You the first black motherfucker I ever seen that ate a dog before.
I've tried horse.
Nigga, I was like I ate a dog before. That's just funny.
Hey, they have monkey brains too. Monkey brains.
I ain't mad at you. I'll try a dog. Just bring it to me. I ate a squirrel.
You try monkey brains? Would you try monkey brains?
Yes, I would. I'm open-minded.
Yeah. Well, yeah. No, you know, but see, that's how it's always been. No, you know what I mean? Like, it also just depends where you live at. Like, if you got a dog, you just like one day just comes up missing, and it's probably your neighbor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, the thing is, see, my wife and them, they spoke to Tagalog, and they made a lot of stuff with pork. So they probably didn't come from your area. Because, like, you know, they make pork adobo and, what's it called? Oh. It's like rolled up. You know what I'm talking about? Likewise.
Lechon boy.
What is it?
Lechon boy.
No. It's like rolled up. It's almost like a tostita, or you know. I mean, it's like rolled up.
Oh, you're talking.
And they fry it.
You talk about the pork belly.
No. I can't think of it right now, but maybe it'll come to me. But yeah, they have some good food. Don't get me wrong. You know, it's just
the most popular meal there.
Hey, you can make things taste the way they want. You know, I think you psych yourself probably to saying dog tastes like fucking pork, right? You know what I'm saying? I say pussy tastes like strawberry.
Hey, pork adobo is the first time I had vinegar with pork. You know, I never tried vinegar with pork before until I had pork adobo.
Stop it, Bo.
Yeah, adobo. I mean, we eat adobo manok. That's what we eat most of the time. Then
you can use your mind.
In the Philippines, shit. Like whenever, like if you have a birthday party, like the thing that you do is the lechon boy. It's where they rotisserie the whole pig.
Oh yeah.
You know, to where in Hawaii, like they
put them in the
basically
had plenty of that.
Or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. But in the Philippines, you get the lechon, even alligator. You know what I'm saying? They rotisserie alligator.
Yeah.
So, and then lots of rice. everything is generally wet. You know, like they like the vegetables. You know, they don't eat the vegetables like we do. Like they don't eat food uncooked. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if it's just like vegetable, if it's a cabbage, like you wouldn't just make a cabbage salad. You're gonna take the cabbage and you're gonna put some master wrap. I'm sure you saw the master wrap,
Yeah.
right? The little seasoning, little yellow seasoning. Yeah, so like they're gonna season it. They're gonna
Hey,
put some water.
Pussy tastes like strawberries if you let it taste like. Yeah.
Did you try the? Did you try the steak?
That's right. What?
rice?
No, I'm talking
Try
about.
rice?
See, I'm on some. See, I ain't ready hard. I'm already X now. I'm talking shit.
Yeah,
man.
but yeah, man. You know,
You wash that pussy good enough, and that motherfucker will be strawberries. But you gotta wash that motherfucker first.
Yeah, there's only one place in the Philippines you can get strawberries, and that's Baguio. You go to Baguio, you can get strawberries.
Mm.
And,
Yeah, I know
yeah,
a few guys in Hawaii that got paid like 10 grand to marry somebody from the Philippines to come over. I know about 3 people.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And then they stay
Oh, yeah, I
together
wouldn't
for
doubt
like
it.
5 years and then they separate. But I mean, there's no involvement, you know what I mean? It's just on paper. Just to get them into the country.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, once you get the citizenship, you know, and then you know a lot of people when they get over here, they don't fuck around. You know, they handle their business. You know, if they can get into the military, that's the first thing they do. Get in the military, get the benefits. You know, so that you know they can help get their family set up, and you know just pretty much keep a low profile, man. You know, like no big balling. You know, no Mercedes Benz.
Yeah, but see, you know, something that a lot of people they don't know is that after World War II, because the Philippines helped us with Japan, the Filipino military, we gave them citizenship to come to the United States. A lot of people they don't know that. You know, we gave citizenship to the Filipino army to come over to the United States if they wanted to, for what they did to help fight against.
Yeah. It's like what it is, you know what I mean? But the thing is, if somebody does scandal, you know, at the end of the day, the end result is then because you know you got a lot of people who just come over here completely legally and fuck shit up. So
Is it me or is it likewise that's breaking up?
Because like I said,
I'm
said,
somebody
you know,
mark off.
In California, you know, Filipino Tagalog is actually the third most spoken language in California, behind English and Spanish. So shit's getting done. It's getting done, and definitely in a positive way.
I think I found out. Is you likewise?
What's that?
You were breaking up. Your audio was breaking up.
I'll come back in.
All right, we'll be here. Hey, Kelly. Mwah, good to see you, girl. Glad you come on here. You be keeping real, cat. That's how I fuck with you.
Hey, the Ravens beat the Jets 42-21.
All right. Yeah, go Ravens. Yeah. Oh, sha-ba-ba-ba-ba.
Yeah. The Bears play this weekend, don't they?
Yeah, get the oldest rival in the NFL. Period.
Yeah. The Cheeseheads against the Bears.
Huh?
Cheeseheads against the Bears.
That's gonna be some real shit. We finna fucking Packers. I want to destroy the Packers this weekend. Destroy the Packers, the Green Gay Slackers. Oh, yeah. You got Melissa in. She got her. She got a 12-pack with her right now. There she go. Melissa got a 12-pack on. She got Go Broncos. Likewise, trying to refresh and get his ass on here.
Yo,
I hear you now.
Yep, that's better.
Yeah, but anyway, yeah, I was saying that you get people that come over here legitimately and act crazy and fuck shit up. You know, so the only thing only thing that a person can hope that if a person does get here, that they do the right thing and become, like an asset. That's kind of like, like you got illegals that came over here from Mexico and other places that were in the military that got deported. You know what I mean? Like you got people that, and that's the only thing you can really ask for is that, whatever the end result is, that it comes out positive. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah. Because you never know. Look what happened
Hi, Kelly.
in Pensacola, where the guy was in the Saudi military. You never know. They hope for the best, but you never know how it's going to turn out.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, but like I said, I could carry the way what people do, man. Like I give my opinion on what I know about, but at the end of the day, you can't worry about shit that you really don't have control over. You know what I mean? The only thing that you could do is try to set a good example, within yourself, or give an opinion that, an honest opinion on, like, your experience and other things. That's why for me, I don't just come up with an opinion on something that I don't know about. So, I can't get fired up about that shit.
That's because everybody's opinion
is you can't control.
Yeah, everybody's opinion is subjected to their own life experiences. So it's hard to like everybody to be exactly the same.
Yeah, but
we all have our own experiences and our own perceptions and how we perceive things.
Yeah. And well, like I said, in this society now, you'll be surprised. You have a lot of weak-minded people. That's why social media is like so prominent now, because people form opinions and live through somebody else's, opinion on life. And it's like, if that's you, if that's all you got, then that's you. Because it's kind of like like when you go someplace, like you might go to a hardware store, or you might go to a grocery store, or just a department store, and you ask one of these youngsters something, and they don't know what the fuck. Like, motherfuckers nowadays are really limited, man. Even especially considering as much access that they have, you know what I mean?
To information,
to knowledge.
Yeah.
Yeah, motherfuckers are really fucking limited. Like, it just, motherfuckers really are, man. Youngsters sometimes piss me off. It's like, you might go somewhere and ask somebody. I remember somewhere, and this chick, she was in her 20s. I was like, where are your cufflinks? She's like, cufflinks? What are cufflinks? Like,
yeah.
You work? You mean to tell me you work?
Did you see the video with AOC?
Like,
she talked about. She asked. Did you see the video with AOC? She goes, "What is a garbage disposal? What does it do?" She's like, "Should we even have them in our house?"
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Don't even know what a garbage disposal is.
And yeah, and that's what I'm saying. So like, it was like, I and this was at a Men's Warehouse that I went to. It's like, you work at a Men's Warehouse with all these goddamn suits. You don't know what a fucking cufflink is?
Yeah.
It's like, at least, like, if you work someplace, at least be resourceful or knowledgeable. Because, I mean, Google's a powerful tool, bro. But they just overlook that shit. That's one of the reasons why I never really watch TV anymore, because I'm too busy on YouTube.
Well, now they got YouTube TV.
Right, smart TV. How you guys doing?
Hi, Melissa.
Whatever.
I know I'm like the night owl. I get off work late.
If my mood, if my mood changes, there's something on YouTube.
He's breaking up. I think he's breaking up again.
He was breaking up.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna get out of here, man.
Melissa comes on here intoxicated. She be like,
That's because she likes visiting Moe's bar.
The Moe's bar, yeah. I'm gonna call Melissa the modern day Nancy Pelosi.
Easy.
No, I ain't. I drink too. I don't. You know, I never judge Nancy for that. I never judge Nancy. I'll drink more than Nancy. Fuck that. But
don't
I still
ever
maintain my
compare me to
shit.
Nancy Pelosi. You're fired.
Yeah, come on now. Look. I started off drunk on my live feeds, It got viral.
I
really
know.
good.
I have gone on your live feeds a few times pretty drunk, and I'm like, oh my God. The next day, I'm like, what did I say?
You know what? That's good. I want that because I've been doing that for 3 years on here.
You should see. You should have seen some of Mo's deleted videos of him being drunk.
Oh, shit. I had my shirt off.
I was probably on one of them.
My daughter came in and I said, "Your mother's a bitch. She put a fucking red straight on me, you dumb bitch."
Yep, that was on Facebook.
Yeah, on Facebook. I was worse on Facebook. When I worse on Facebook, I said this.
Yep, he always ended up in jail.
Right?
Come on, likewise.
Shit.
Likewise is good. Come on, bub.
No, he said, yeah, no. He's tired. He's tired.
Oh, he's tired. He's just
I
going.
mean,
I know. I'm like the night owl.
I'm still in Facebook jail
Freaking stupid.
until after the 25th.
Oh my God.
Hey, Melissa,
Wait till
did you
after
hear from the
Christmas.
Trump supporters that are turning on me because I said I don't hate Michael Vick?
Who did that?
No, a lot of them Trump supporters turned on me. They called
On
me
Facebook.
fucking racist because I said I didn't defend Michael Vick. I just said he did his fucking time. Same with my uncle, 30 years in prison and got out for a murder. He killed an innocent life, and I love my uncle. He did his fucking time. I did my time for armed robbery. I robbed an innocent person when I was in my early 20s, and I did it. That was it. I should have probably got 10 years for it, but they only gave me a year for it.
Thank God.
You know what I'm saying? So why should I judge Michael Vick?
Right. Let it go. Let it go,
Like,
Elsa.
damn.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they're taking enough for Michael Vick.
Yep,
I
and
say
they're
let
and they're
it go,
talking crap
because
to
why
Hope.
aren't real people in prison like Hillary Clinton and everything else?
Yeah, them
They just wanna
motherfuckers. Don't you worry about the motherfucker. Don't come at man. I'm telling you.
She's thinking about jumping in. She's thinking about jumping in for president.
Nah, I don't know. Maybe one day I'll
They said
meet
the
his
last
kids.
they did a poll with her, she was like 21%, and Joe Biden was 20%, and
I would
I think
love
after that was
for the facts for her to
Buttigieg.
run.
And
Dude, that would be another circus. It'd be a freaking hilarious if she ran again, honestly. I know I work with a lot of the young kids that are actually my daughter's age. And my daughter's smart. I told her, don't get into politics. Like, pay attention to what I'm educating you, but don't get into it. She's going to be 21 in March. So I work with a lot of her age era. And oh my God, they are so defensive over Trump. Like, they don't like Trump. They are so defensive over the transgender and all this bullshit. And I'm slowly trying to kind of educate them a little bit as far as what's really going on in our country.
You trying to educate them motherfuckers.
Yeah, because they're just blind. They don't know. This is all they know.
You know what I mean when I say motherfuckers?
that's our job. As you get older, our job is to teach the younger.
And that's it. That's exactly it. Point
Teach them younger motherfuckers.
on. Because I'm like, damn, like, she kind of pissed me off a little bit. Because, like, I don't know, today she was all, oh, I guess Trump freaking got sued at $2 million for this certain thing yesterday. And I was like, honey, you might want to re-look at that, because that really probably is a lie. I think that would be like all over the news. So I'm like, don't always believe what you read on the interwebs as well. But she don't like Trump. She don't like Trump, and I'm like, it's all good. It's all good, you know, like, you have the right to your opinion. Like, I totally do this at work. And we can't really bring politics to work, but we talk about it, you know, a little bit. And she gets, but I'm a Trump supporter, and they all know it. My boss,
Does she think the world's going to end?
No, she's not that bad. She's not that bad, but she definitely defends the transgender and all that. So I kind of
You know about those kids here in Oregon that are suing the federal government for climate change because they said that the environment is being destroyed for them in the future.
Come again? Oh, wait. The environmentalist kids are suing the government. Wait.
Yeah, it started
say
here
that
in
again?
Oregon. They filed it here in Oregon. And I
When?
guess it's going up to this about 3 years ago. But I think now it's up to the federal level where it's, I think whether they're going to take it on the Supreme Court or not.
Maybe I need to check into that.
Just take your fucking kids out of public school. I'll
Fuck
tell
yeah.
you that. Right now.
Absolutely 100%. My daughter, I just withdrawed her from middle school. Middle school is harsh, number one, nowadays for any kids, girls or boys, or gays or whatever. I
I
withdrawed my
will
daughter
tell
out of
you.
school 2 weeks ago, and I've been homeschooling her. She's with the BWA, Baker Webb Academy, and it's a charter school. And you know what? They teach real shit. So before I did that, I was going to get her hooked on to homeschool with the Ron Paul curriculum, which is a free homeschool nationwide for any parent out there that can do it. But I'm not sure how easy it is. I'm not sure if, because I can work. I'm a full-time employee. I have a full-time job, and my daughter can stay home and do the BWA. I just have to be.
If I had another kid, I would not allow them to go to public school at all.
No, but you definitely have to still get them socialized. So my daughter's already been socialized. She's gone through grade school, all the bullshit.
But
She's in middle school.
I'm
and
telling you,
"Yep."
I'm telling you right now that elementary kids, the teachers are getting prepped to talk about this whole A, B, C, D, E, F, whatever. Okay, I'm not really.
I get it.
And they want them to embrace and engage, talk about it. That's not something elementary kids should even
No.
be discussing.
Mhm.
For real.
Therefore, don't.
Is this Deborah?
Huh?
No, not Deborah. This is Kelly. No,
Oh, hey,
Deborah
Kelly,
got
how
off.
you doing?
Her battery
How you
died.
doing?
Good. How are you?
It's Kelly.
Good.
Right
No,
there.
this is good conversation. So you're
Yeah,
totally right. Because they all need to learn about the Revolutionary War and then the Holocaust, like real history. Because they
Yeah.
don't understand, our younger kids don't understand what socialism really is.
Whoever.
Well, they also need to teach citizenship so people know how the government works.
Absolutely. And that
But
too.
when have they ever
Government.
told you real history? They glorified when I was in
Well,
school.
you know
they
what? This chick
glorified-
that I work with, she's trying to tell me everything I learned in freaking school, and I'm 38 years old, was fake and it was a lie. And I said her, you were at work, so I have to be pretty civil. But I was like, all right. So I'm like, you're trying to tell me that all my presidencies before was all a lie? Are you watching the mainstream media and blah, blah, blah? And she's like, no, it's just what I learned in school. And I was like, well, your school's a lie. You really need to, the day and era that we live in right now, you have to educate yourself. You have to think that everything you're learning inside school and outside school, is it true or false? And then dig up your own shit. Look it up. And then
Yeah, but see,
educate
that's the problem right there, though, is that some of the books that
They
they're giving
took it
the
out
kids,
of history.
yeah, they rewrote stuff
Yep.
in there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure everybody, when they were in school, got glorified Christopher Columbus information when we know that's not true.
Columbus. Wait, Columbus Day? That was still true.
No,
He's the one
I'm
that
saying Christopher
gotcha.
Columbus was not
He
a
didn't
great
discover,
guy.
yeah,
Okay.
he didn't discover the United States.
Yeah, and in school they made it out like he discovered it and he was a great man. No, he was
He
a
discovered
fucking
the world was
slugger.
round. I thought. Christopher Columbus discovered the world was round.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't discover the United States of America. He
But how
discovered
do you discover the Earth is flat?
I think
The
that
Earth
was
is never
Galileo.
round. The Earth is never round.
I thought
The Earth is so
Galileo
round.
was the one that discovered that.
That's in my opinion. The Earth is never round. I believe the Earth is flat.
I think the Earth is round.
The Earth is flat because
Because
the
if
Earth
you
is
go into
round, we know
science,
that's down.
We
because
don't
that's
fucking
when they
know.
don't have to
round.
educate history, they have to educate science.
No,
Science in the
science
atmosphere.
lies. Science lies.
Sure. I don't know, Mo. I'm thinking it really is round.
No,
I don't
it's your
think it's
opinion, but
flat.
I believe the Earth is flat. That's what I
I
believe.
don't think so. I think it's round. I think we're just like the sun
Maybe
and
I'm
moon.
wrong, but that's what I believe.
Well, because you know,
Mo. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
What's up, Kelly?
That guy you had on last night, he thought I was trolling him, but I was being serious.
Yeah.
Feeling
Books for
that.
Moses. Books for Moses.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
Books
Oh
for
yeah,
Moses. Oh yeah, he's so fine.
yeah.
Yeah,
I like him. He's a good guy. He's cool.
He,
cool.
but
I was late for work, by the way, this morning because I stayed on that fucking platform last night. I was like, fuck my
Yeah,
life.
make it
I
late.
was 15 minutes late.
But when he went into the whole, the Patriot Act and what it described, truth be told, in my opinion, it does sound racist.
Yes, it does. It does.
And I can't go
The-
any other way. I have to tell my truth. And
Mhm.
that the way it comes off, it
The way it comes
sounds
off. Yeah, I agree.
it sounds racist. It
Yes, it
does.
The Patriot Move Act. The
I mean,
Patriot
just the
Move.
whole idea of being a patriot. Why would black people really want to rep that?
Because they
doesn't-
should. Because you're Americans and we all should
Yeah,
be
no,
patriots.
no. Hey,
It doesn't. It's not the same for them.
you know what? I see some of the stuff you're saying, but the thing is, I represent the patriot movement, but a lot, believe it or not, when it came to my opinion, a lot of them don't accept me anymore. They don't. Let me be honest.
I get it.
They will accept
Let me
you
be
as
honest.
long
It
as you
cut
go
me off.
along with the
These white
narrative.
supporters cut me off because I came with a piece about Michael Vick. They cut me the fuck off.
Oh my God! Like he's the end all be all.
Yeah.
But the Patriot
I'm upset
movement.
all of a sudden because I stood up for what I feel.
Well, get him.
I don't get it.
No, I'm just saying it
sorry.
does.
I throw the
the
red
way
card. I throw the red card, but like that it said, he said this. He's like, I don't see color. He said this. You ain't Stevie Wonder. You don't see color, motherfucker. Okay. You know what? I see color now. I'm not Stevie Wonder.
people are. I'm sorry, but that's a lie.
What's a lie?
That is a full-fledged lie when people say they don't see color.
Thank you. I see color.
It's that's just
We
bullshit.
gotta see color, and we gotta get
Color is a beautiful thing.
to see color.
Color is a beautiful thing.
It
And we
is.
all need to accept that. We
Black
all
is
need to,
beautiful. White is beautiful.
we
Yeah.
all need to back up a little bit and forget all the history as far as race goes.
You can't.
Because
That
now
is
we're in
impossible.
2019 going on 20.
You can't.
You're
forget that.
asking.
We're not
You
living in
can't.
that
You
world
can't. You
anymore.
can't forget your past, or you're doomed to repeat it.
I'm not
Yeah.
saying don't forget it, but I'm just saying let it go.
You can't.
I
Though.
did let it go,
How?
but these motherfuckers are poking me.
Because
How
you know
do
what? This is
expect
my
them to
favorite
let
panel
it-
ever. I hate the fact that I remember going to school, but where I went to school it was more Mexicans. It wasn't blacks. And I remember some Mexicans, and I don't know if that's offensive or not to say, but I grew up in Ontario, Oregon, and it was like half white, half Mexicans. There was really actually no blacks. And I remember.
You know why? You know the Oregon Constitution. It says that you can't be black and live in Oregon.
I know that, and that's fucked up because there is actually still a law that was like in freaking the 18 freaking whatever hundreds.
It was
There's
supposed to
still-
prevent slavery. That's why they put it in there.
Oregon's pretty fucked up as far as history goes, and mining and everything else. They use the Chinese. You can Google up Baker City, Oregon, and the mines back in like the early 19 or 1800s. It was 1800s. They freaking killed them all, and I was like, "Fuck!" Now, one of them motherfuckers hate white people, and there's still actually a law in the Elkhorns, which are the mountains in my mountains, that still state that no black man is allowed.
Okay.
You know how?
So what about the Constitution? Now, wasn't everybody like talking about the Patriot Act and the forefathers and the Constitution? Does the Constitution even state that a black man is considered 100% man?
I don't know.
So why would you want to rep to that if you're not even equal?
Yeah, but that's what the Emancipation Proclamation was about. And then they did was it the 14th Amendment?
Yeah.
And they changed that. They changed that.
I think they did.
Oh, okay.
That was
So-
after the Civil War.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
And that's when they were going to give reparations, and that was the 40 acres and a mule. But the
Yes.
Democrats voted against it, and so it didn't get to go through.
But the UN has clearly made it known that it's due.
You want to know who are the racists in this country? Are politicians. The people that the
The
higher up.
media. The
The
media.
media, the politicians. It
Okay,
ain't we the people.
and who owns the media?
We the people are not racist. We are the ones that want to fix this.
Right. But who
that's
owns
kind of
the
why
media?
we freaking.
We know
No,
that,
no,
right?
no. Melissa, I respectfully disagree with you on this because
I know, and I don't know either. I'm educating. Go, Mo.
no. I'm just saying this because I came with a Michael Vick opinion. Tons of Trump supporters have turned their fucking back on me. And to
They've
me,
turned your
that's
back on
fucking-
you.
To me, that's fucking foul. That's a foul fucking cooking, and they can suck my dick for that. That's a fucking foul.
Absolutely, I agree. I do agree.
Because I never spread hate to them. I have never spread hate. All I had was a fucking opinion, and they call me a
Absolutely.
fucking racist.
If they get triggered over that, it's no big loss, Mo. If they get triggered over that, it's no big loss.
I have never.
Well, and I usually get on your platform in your chat, and I freaking troll. Beat it.
I might say the word cracker, but y'all know when I say that shit. They fuck y'all. I would call
Cracker
you
neck.
I would call
I
you
don't-
a cracker.
Cracker neck.
That don't bother me. I don't care about that.
Right, it's a cracker. It's a fucking saltine. It's a fucking snack, motherfucker. Dumbasses.
I support Trump because I'm picking the lesser evil. At the end of the day, if you
Even
ain't
though
a
you-
1%er, you don't
Mm.
fucking count.
I
So
feel
Right.
I feel
And that's where
you,
I'm
Kelly.
at. Like, he has done a lot of good in
Yeah.
the country, but our freaking politicians won't allow him to do it, and they're slowing him down. But he's still succeeding. But mainstream media just
I give him props for the couple of things he's done.
he
Okay.
just did a major thing yesterday, actually, for the single moms, single dads, or just moms and dads, as far as like taxes goes, and you go and do a refund. He just raised the earned income credit for them like $1,000 or $2,000.
How my nigga?
So if you have kids and you're a working parent, like single
Yeah.
mom or even married,
Yep.
you get an extra $100 or $2,000. And there was even more to that, but it was just
what does he want? A fucking cookie? I don't care. That shit
Well,
don't change my goddamn life. If you're not talking about 6-7 figures, I don't give a fuck.
All right, Kelly.
That makes no goddamn difference to me. I fuck them all for all I care.
right.
Because if it doesn't impact my direct life and none of this shit does, why do I fucking care? Yeah.
He's not doing it for an individual.
Huh?
He's not
Yep.
doing it for the individual. He's doing it to help Americans where he can. Just because it
Right.
doesn't impact one person doesn't mean
Yep.
it's not good.
I
A
know I'm
lifting
not
tide
saying
lifts
that
all
it's
boats.
bad.
All of it's going to be bad in one end or the other because our freaking system has been so screwed up for the last 2 decades, 3 decades for sure. He's
President
just
Trump
trying
has
to make
created 7 million jobs in the last 3 years. It
he's
just came out in
trying
the
to
last
make
jobs
it
report.
right, but he is getting into a battle of them impeaching him. So he's like, whatevs, and all this bullshit.
Mhm.
So we gotta at
No,
least give him a
I
chance.
support him. But I'm just saying, at the end of the day,
All
we
the bad
don't
on him.
matter.
Right,
Like
right.
13 people own this corporation. And if they really want it to be over for him, they'll make it happen.
They're trying. That's what's been happening for the last
Well,
3 years.
they'll make it happen, and you know
Nobody
what? They're gonna
can
impeach
convince
him,
me.
and
He's
then the
not getting
Senate's gonna
impeached.
come
But
in
yeah, he's not getting
and
impeached.
withdraw
Right.
He's
it.
not. Well, he's not going to get convicted and removed. Let's put it that
Yeah,
way.
no, he'll get withdrawal by the Senate, and then it's gonna
But
be the
it really
next
doesn't
election.
matter. He's only going to be
No,
there
the
5 more
Senate's not
years.
going to do it.
He's only going to be there 5 more years.
5
So
more
it ain't going to
That's
really
it.
matter. We're only talking 5 more years.
What's coming up?
Yeah.
We never follow ya.
Yeah,
Only 5 more.
I'm sure he'll make it through 2020 flying colors. And I really think that the people that if they really did impeach him, which I don't think is going to happen
Cheers.
at all, that we'd be on like civil martial law. People would go crazy.
Yeah.
There
That's
are
because of all the corruption.
diehard.
People are getting
You know, I
tired of
think-
the corruption.
Gonna do that. That's why
It
I'm
might
trying to
sound
educate the young kids, because it's like we got common sense. We already kind of know, but
We
now
have
we gotta talk
experience.
to our young kids, like 20-year-olds.
What's up, y'all?
And that's like that goes back to mainstream media. Okay, we all know
Fuck
who
the
owns
mainstream
it.
media. I ain't
Right,
watched
but
it
the
for fucking
younger
4 years.
kids don't. The younger, let's say the 20-year-olds, they don't get all that, and they don't care about it.
You know what? But they're smart enough. They got their freaking tablets and their phones right in front of their face, and I tell them what to look up.
Yeah,
Quit
but you know
looking
what
up
they're
freaking mainstream media.
looking at? Do you know?
Google YouTubers and Trump supporters or Bernie supporters, whatever. But that's when you're gonna get
They're not going to do
You should
that
use
because that's not
DuckDuckGo.
cool.
No, you know
should
what?
use
You know, with the
DuckDuckGo.
young kids.
Is fucking popping pills. Who's
Yep.
that rapper that just died?
Mhm.
Juice WRLD.
Yep.
suicide.
Every
Big time.
fucking lyric is drinking lean, popping pills. That's
No,
what the
that's
fuck
so
they're
true.
thinking about.
Yep.
I know. You know, that's why another reason why I withdrawed my daughter out of middle school in the rural area that I live in is because some of the middle schoolers are killing themselves. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Most of their parents are crackheads, so that's most of the problem. Their parents are on fucking drugs because they can't get their shit together, and their kids are killing themselves, you know. But after watching my
And
daughter,
do the comparison. How would you feel? In the crack epidemic, nobody did shit. In '94, the Democrats sign off on slam 'em, put all the black fathers in jail for
Oh my
football
God, right.
digits. And
Yeah.
now, when white people have this opioid crisis, they have shots to bring them back. They have court drug programs. They make it everything so accessible for white folks to get their shit
bullshit.
together.
I'm gonna argue with that one because my brother is a white boy, and he was a crackhead, and he ran through the system since he was 14 years old until he was 32. So I will argue with that. The system is that the system fails you. They want crackheads to come to jail because it's all money. And then you get out of jail and you got to go to fucking probation, and they want to fucking give you all these fines and make you mandatorily do these classes that aren't doing shit but cost you $50 a month or a week, and you don't have a fucking job. So I argue with that a little bit as far as white.
I'm
It's
saying
American.
back in the day. I'm not
Oh, back
talking
in the
about right now. I'm saying the difference between what happened to people in the crack era when it was really hot.
They should just make it legal.
But you know,
honestly.
all that came about
If they
during
made
the
it legal,
Clinton,
it would go
when
away.
President Clinton
Yeah.
and Hillary Clinton with the super predator, and that they made the change that powder cocaine and crack cocaine were two different things. And that's
They
where,
should just
like I
make it
said, that came from the crime bill.
101.
The crime bill that Clinton signed into law.
Yes.
Crazy.
So honestly, they should just make it all legal. They did it back in the 80s. It was all legal. Everybody could do it, whatever. You know what? It'd probably be less druggies on the fucking streets if it was legal, because a lot of young kids want to do it because it's bad. And I know some people are going to disagree with me with that, but I'm just saying, why control it all? If they have the right to choose to do it, whatevs. But if you make the law on it,
Hey, y'all, I'm finna end the stream. I'm finna end the stream right now. I've been on here. Hey, Kelly, I'm finna hit you up in a minute, okay?
All right.
I've been hit this stream. I've been in this stream right now. Hey, thank y'all for coming on here. I appreciate y'all.
are you
Thank
leaving,
you.
Mel? Gosh damn it, Mel.
I have to leave. I'm
It
tired
is
of
late
talking
for
over
you.
here. It's late. I've been here for 3 hours, so I have to.
Oh my God, you got to work tomorrow?
Yeah, a little later, but I was on the show tonight. I got something to eat.
Well, you know what? I had to work this morning, and I was late off your live stream last night. I woke up at 6:15. And I had to be at work at 6. I was like,
Hey, it is what it is. Hey,
Now
thank
it's
you for
my
coming on,
Friday.
y'all. I'm
Okay,
gone, y'all.
thanks.
all right.
Nemo.